Welcome to the Samwelb B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more.
What's up, everybody? There we go. Can't play the whole intro. It's hockey game. We got to get to this game. We got to get it going. So when Seward's taking on Georgiev, the Oilers, the Avs. This one is going to be amazing. Welcoming everybody. Thank you for joining us. Game number 2 tonight. Oh boy, here we go. Again, thanks everyone if you watched with us for the Leafs and the Hurricanes. Not a great outcome. Went to the shootout. They lost, but that's okay. Game number 2, it's kicking off.
No question.
Let's go. Welcome in. Let's have some fun. We're going to talk as we go.
This one officially underway between the Oilers.
Welcome in Onyx, Dina, Dallas, Tristan, Gerard, JDA,
myself, Harner, and sing with you for this one. The first of 3
Ian R, Daniel.
And watch out for a
Vaughn. Hello there. Good evening, Dallas.
Both of these squads
Hayden.
can fly. It's Taves over to McCarr.
BCHL Matthew. Good to see you all again. Doubleheader night here on the channel.
Can kind of navigate through, gave it away. Warren Fogle has the puck off his stick, and Jonathan Drouin, who missed a game earlier this week on Wednesday against Vancouver, back in the lineup.
Thank you for hitting that subscribe.
Here is Arturi Lehkonen, who himself missed 2 games earlier this week with an illness. Second line out there with the newcomer Casey Milstat. Trying to take away the puck from Vincent Desharnais. It's picked up by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and now Evan Bouchard shovels it ahead. And this is Connor McDavid.
Oh, what a move, McDavid with the spinorama. Couldn't get it to Nugent-Hopkins.
Throws it over to Drouin.
Great read by Middlestat to get back right to the middle there as McDavid with his first rush up the ice. Nice little spin, looking for that cross pass through the seam, and Middlestat's there to pick it up. Both teams are making sure they're aggressive on the backtrack.
Miles Wood flips it forward. Ecamm plays it ahead over to Kane. Tipped. And now Connor Brown.
So we got a new set of redemptions for tonight's game.
As an Oiler.
Redeem Oilers, redeem Avs, redeem
taking
McDavid.
a whack at that puck, and he clears the zone.
coming down. Thank
This
you
will
for
be
coming in
icing
again.
against
Thanks to all our
Colorado.
mods,
Yeah, you
our
kind of
members,
expect a little bit of feeling out
to everyone
here
that
between
watched
these
with
two
us
teams.
on the
first
last
time they're
show.
gonna see each other is
Thank
this
you for
game
hitting
tonight. They play 3
the
times.
subscribe, the
late
likes.
game.
We appreciate it.
And here's that nice little stop spin looking for a cross pass over
The
to
Oilers
Nugent
getting
Hopkins
some
for a
jump
one-timer.
out here
Casey
quick.
Middlestat's
McDavid
up. Jared Bednar
with the
talked about
mouth
this
guard
morning.
hanging
In a
out,
short period
chewing
of
on
time,
it
he's
with
been
an
with the
unbelievable
Avs. Yeah,
stop
we know
up
about his
cross-ice
offense, but he
pass.
said he commits
But it was
himself
just intercepted.
enough on
Could
the
not get it
defensive
over
side of the game to not be a liability. He's
Face
reliable.
off
That's a
in
good
the Av
defensive
zone.
play right
Battle
there.
for it. This going into the corner.
Certainly one of the reasons
Adam
why they
Henry,
keyed in on
newly
bringing
acquired,
him into
wearing
an
number
area of the
19.
lineup where they felt they needed a lot of help. Here comes Sean Walker moving in. Another trade deadline acquisition. No stranger to playing the Oilers.
Picked up here by
though.
CC.
He was
CC's going to bring this
former
one around.
Los Angeles King.
Joel, welcome in.
Some of those playoff
Absolutely.
matchups.
Two big
Coming
powerhouses
over from
going
Philadelphia
toe
this
to toe
time.
here tonight.
And the puck is sent into the zone by Carrick, and this will be
An
icing
icing
against
call.
the Oilers.
As is typically the case, we're talking about speed, we're talking about offense, we're talking about the transitional play.
Victor,
of both
what's
teams.
going on?
So
Dropping the
far, it's been
Stanley
pretty
Cup in
stingy
there.
neutral zone, and rightfully so. Jared Bednar
Again,
says he
welcoming
preaches
everyone.
that to his
Thanks for
entire
joining us
team.
here tonight.
Defense first,
Game
will
number
lead to great
2,
offense, and Chris
the
Knoblauch on
doubleheader.
the Oilers bench is exactly
We
the
don't
same.
talk
This
about
is a
that.
team that's
Oh,
buckled down.
Onyx, yes.
Played a lot
Those
better
were the
defense
days.
this
Sakic,
year than any year
Forsberg.
that I've covered the team. They've really committed to that.
So good.
And if they do it the right way, they also can find the offense after playing good defense.
Here's Yakov Trenin. Pass off the back of the net.
Trenin also
CC
another
moves it.
new
And
acquisition.
now the Oilers make their way out of the zone, flipped ahead to Corey Perry by Evander Kane, and Perry now.
How
looking
long
for-
is the
for real
appropriate
estate
time
in
to
the
say,
Avalanche
guys, a
zone.
new
Sam
acquisition?
Carrick centering pass, and it's right on for the first shot
Nice
of the
stop
game.
there by
had to be
Georgiev.
careful.
Yeah, a little quick strike play.
Like, I don't want to
Forward
say
check
for the
by
next
Carrick.
3
He does a
weeks,
nice job to
but
dig
these
this
guys
puck
are
out.
new
And
acquisitions.
for Janmark,
What's
knows for the net,
appropriate, a
get to
week?
that blue paint.
Maybe?
Corey Perry, little flip
I think
into
this
the
is
zone,
probably
gets
the
to it
last
first,
weekend
fends
you can
off a
call them
couple
new
of attackers,
acquisitions.
And then a little no-looker here as Carrick just spins and fires it to the front of the net when you have that presence.
Damn Carrick.
And for Janmark, he can't quite handle
New
it. The
acquisition.
deflection goes right in, and a nice save for Georgiev early.
Georgiev, how he's been
Janmark
such an
last
up and down
scored February
goaltender, really,
24th against
really
Calgary.
has come into his own
Puck
as
is
of late
flipped
with
out
these
to
abs.
center. And Nathan MacKinnon is on it. Reversing back to
Hockey
McCarr.
from
taken
home. What's
now
going
by
on,
Taves.
Victoria? Good to see you. That's
Moving
right.
through
Doubleheader
neutral ice,
tonight.
he dumps it in. McKinnon
Saturday night,
gets to it
doubleheader
first.
action.
Poked it ahead. Nurse and
Game
Fogle
number
working
2.
to try to get the puck out. There's big
Hopefully this
Nico
will have a
Rantanen.
better outcome
Avalanche
than game
top
number
line.
1.
Looking for some space. Puck comes back to the blue line. Taves to
He's gonna
McKinnon.
keep it in.
McKinnon's
McKinnon
pass
cross
all the way
ice with a
across the
shot.
left
Nice
side.
save there
Stop
by Skinner.
Rebound comes all the way out to neutral ice. Nathan MacKinnon. Pass was slowed down, and the Oilers take possession.
Yeah, a couple of 2-9ers going at it here. Good defensive play right there by Draisaitl. Not allow that pass to get across to Nichushkin off the stick of McKinnon. Following him all
Hockey
around the ice,
is
and that'll be an important
Good old
matchup
hockey game
for
is
Edmonton
the
in this
best
game,
game
trying to settle
of
down
all.
the
I'm
top
doing
line of the Avs.
fantastic picture. Hope you are doing
David with
well.
a sharp angle shot, and that is stopped by Georgiev. Middle stop.
Thank you for hitting
Moving
those
into
likes
Gerard,
buttons. That's
looking
right.
for
As you're
Lehkonen.
coming in, tap
And
that
now to
thumb up
Jonathan
for
Drouin.
us.
A wrister from long range, and it floats over top.
24/7.
Missed
Welcome
the
back
puck.
in.
Zach Hyman working with McDavid.
Get it all ones across the board.
Again,
That's
now
right.
taken over by
Who's
the
going to do it?
Avalanche's Middlestat.
2 subs away from all
Finds
ones.
his man in Sean Walker.
Let's go sports.
To
Andrew, what's
Lehkonen.
up?
Over the blue line, a backhander.
Skinner had to
Easily
be
steered
sharp
aside
there.
by Skinner. Puck fired all the way down the ice, and once again, an icing
Another
call.
icing call. Just about
Well, you've seen a
4
couple of these missed passes up
4
there.
minutes or
Rantanen with
so
a pretty good
into
chance
this
here. This is
hockey
the
game.
big
Great
line for the
pace.
Avalanche
Would
going
not
after the
expect
offensive
anything
zone.
less
And
by these
all 3
two
big guys that can
squads.
shoot the puck.
Face-offs.
And this is the one-timer
Dead
by
even.
Rantanen, handled by
Shots,
Skinner. Nice
dead
read by him
even.
to go
Hits,
from right
dead
to left.
even.
That hard push to be in that position
These teams are well
to make
matched.
that save.
Face off now to the
Why
right.
is your number
of Skinner.
2? Wah was
Shot wide
stellar.
for the point, and it came
We
over
actually
to
picked up
Zach Parise
in our
lurking near the
Upper
net.
Deck Series 2, we
Miles
picked up the
Wood.
retired
Back to the
Patrick
point,
Waugh
Jack
Upper Deck
Johnson.
canvas. There you
Josh
go. Little
Manson, the wrister into
Patrick
traffic,
Waugh,
hit a body,
retired
scooped
Upper
up
Deck
by
canvas.
Zach Hyman, who takes it the other way.
Going to be icing.
Another icing call.
Desjardins Financial
How
Group.
many times are you going to ice the puck?
All heart for
Gotta move
community
this
hockey
one around.
and the people who make it happen.
Let's go, Edmonton. Get those Oilers going. Of course, if you're new to the channel, if you're new with what we're doing, you are earning points just by being here and hanging out tonight. You can do exclamation mark points in the chat. That will tell you exactly what you have earned.
And MacKinnon has it, looking for Rantanen, comes to Taves the shot.
Quick shot coming in.
He has to make another one. Here's McCarr firing. And that one hit a stick and went up into the mesh.
A lot of taps on the bench here.
Lots of shots now. Colorado's trying to get the shots
deflecting that
going.
one up over top of the glass. And here it is, quick offensive zone faceoff. Looks like it's up for grabs, but it goes off the skate of that home possession. Avalanche to get a couple chances. That knuckler through traffic.
And we want to thank our partner channel, the Florida Park Explorers, for all their help and support.
But that was
you want to check them out, Florida Park Explorers, doing all the Disney magic, the cruise magic, your personal shoppers extraordinaire.
Their pass, Kane is able to intercept. He does gain the red line, sending it to an open corner.
Yeah, I watch pretty much everything you do, Andrew.
Along with Kane. Ceci trying to keep the play alive, and it's Nichushkin who forces it out, but the Oilers have
Foster
control.
Hewitt, two of the greats.
Here's Connor Brown.
Two of the greats.
Over the blue line, eases that puck ahead. Evander Kane races to it. Kane being worked over by Taves. Brown trying to dig out that puck. Still stuck.
Slow in this game now, playing along in the corner in the skates.
Now it's flipped forward as
this is going to come out. Here it comes.
Moves it to
Nichushkin bring it across, pass around, nice little move coming through.
And
can't get the shot off. The ass coming.
Brett Kulak waits, close. Passes ahead. Cogliano was in the lane. The puck did manage to come all the way down the ice.
All the way down the ice. Hey, this time it's not an icing.
Manson starting it off now for Colorado. Piloting his way through, stopping after crossing the blue line. Here's Trenton waiting for the puck to arrive. Takes a big hit from Nurse. And the puck escapes out of the zone. Josh Manson reversing. Arturi Lehkonen gets there. Sent ahead. Nurse's pass off a stick.
Oilers having some trouble with the passing early on in this hockey game. Puck is bouncing all over the place.
Nurse unable to play the puck in, and Fogle touches it for an offside whistle.
Offside. Fogel's one of these players for the Oilers I like a lot. I think he's very, very, very underrated. He plays a big role for this Oiler team. They're going to take a commercial break. I can finally now take a breath and say, welcome in, everybody. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb B12 Experience. We have you covered for hockey down the stretch. Whether you're a Leafs fan, an Oilers fan, a Panthers fan, whoever you cheer for, we got you covered. So make sure you hit that subscribe and be part of our community. We're just getting going with more and more Oilers games, but we're going to have a ton of fun as we go. Yeah, hit up our good friend Jordan Disney Adventures. Make sure you subscribe to him. He is getting close. So I think it was at 500. So help him out. He does a lot of Disney cruise information and just a good dude. So check him out, Jordan's Disney Adventures. Dan, what's going on? Checking the points, getting things set to go. Victor, I am so good. I'm so good. This has been an amazing day today. It's been a super busy day today. We were at the rink earlier. Then we were kind of on the road. Went to an event, which was awesome. Got back, did the Leaf game. Now here we are doing the Avs and Oilers. And we're up bright and early, 6 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning to get ready to go right back to the rink. So it's nonstop, go, go, go. But we got to bring the hockey. We got to bring the fun. And that is exactly what we are here to do. I'm watching the game and the commenting isn't working. Oh no, Henry, which isn't working? LF Lucas, which region are you in? Depending on where you are, CBC has it, Sportsnet has it. So it depends kind of where you are. Oh, see, that's interesting that CBC's having some issues with it. Henry, if you have Sportsnet, try flipping over to Sportsnet. But you don't need their commentary. We got you covered.
54 back a tie in the record coming into that game Wednesday night for Ovechkin. 55.
Lucas, well, hey, you're more than welcome to hang out here and listen along.
Skinner now just one of 6 Edmonton goalies to reach the 30 victory mark in the season. Edmonton. Trying to get something going here in the Avalanche zone.
What's going on?
Herne moves up, plays it. Carrick waiting for that pass that didn't arrive from Janmark. Jack Johnson, veteran defenseman, unable to play the puck out of the zone. And
trying to pull it out of the corner.
Gets it to Perry. Perry with a nifty
Physicality
move.
here, picking up a little bit by the Avalanche.
At the wall now, he's bumped by Middlestat. Jack Johnson.
Have no sports.
Knocked that puck out, found Drouin, and the Avalanche had control, but unable to
CBC is
get out of their
probably your
own
only
end with the
choice.
puck. Nelly Furtado is bringing the party
A lot
to
of
Canada's
whistles here.
biggest
Tough to
night
get
in music
the
as
flow
she
going.
hosts
We had
the
it go
Juno
in
Awards
pretty
live
quick,
Sunday,
and the
March
flow has just been
24th at
slowing
8
down.
Eastern on CBC
As you're coming in, do us a
and
favor,
CBC
hit
Gym.
that thumbs up button. We'd appreciate it. Hit that like. It's free, and it helps us out so much. It tells YouTube, hey,
You're having a chat
this is
with
a pretty
Corey
cool
Perry
place.
there,
We're going to
Lou?
share it out.
Oh, he was
So
checking something
thank
here.
you
I
for
wondered
being
if he
here.
was
Thank
looking
you
for
for
something
hitting
down
that
below,
like,
but I
hit
think
that
he just was
subscribe,
hanging
all
on
that
the ice to see who was
stuff.
coming on.
We
He never wants
appreciate
to get off the ice.
More
He's
screens.
out there all the time. He's the
More
last guy off
screens.
in warm-up. Used to be Vander Kane as soon as Corey Perry came on board. He's been the last one out there.
Too
Just
early.
a routine
Yes,
that
Jonathan,
he
it's
has
too early for overtime.
etched in stone. He does not deviate from it. Very superstitious.
That's
They think this is a penalty, actually. They're trying to point that it went
Ian,
up
you
over
can't
top of
hear
the
me?
glass. But it looked like it ticked it before it went over, no question. And
Can't
oh,
hear
he's
me.
going to try and
Weird.
sell that it's a
Okay.
penalty.
Let's.
A little redirection here as it deflects
I don't want to
up.
scream in the microphone.
it definitely hits the top.
I'll
here.
turn this down a little bit. Is that better? Hopefully.
Couldn't see from there, but saw it from my vantage point.
Now, you got a good view. From
Yeah,
where
hit
you are.
refresh. If you're having some issues on YouTube, hit the refresh. That usually
Georgiev
will
gets set
solve
for a
it.
face-off to his left. It's Connor McDavid.
Back to the
point.
line.
Bouchard
Blasting
with
Georgiev with a
clapper from
glove
the blue line, and
save.
It's handled by Georgiev.
Good little
Nice.
one-timer from the blue line by Bouchard. He doesn't try and get a real rocket away. He just wants to make sure the puck's a little bit on edge as it comes back to him. It's flattens right there, right before he lets it go. But get it through. Make sure you get it on net. And Georgiev with a nice save to hold on to it, more importantly.
Bouchard will be one of the two guests along with Adam Henrique on After Hours later tonight. Here he wires one wide. Nugent Hopkins had to get away from that 90-mile-per-hour.
Yeah, looking forward to talking to Bouchard. Adam Henrique will also join us on After Hours afterwards. Looking forward to catching up with him, one of the newest Oilers.
Here's Bouchard waiting for the puck. Hyman tried to play it ahead. It's stolen, and Ross Colton comes out of the zone.
From
with
the
speed,
Avs,
drops
dropping
off
it
for Miles,
back.
who went back.
Coming
Makes
across,
a
shooting a
block.
nice save by Skinner. Both goaltenders getting the gloves
The
up.
Oilers coming back the other way. But another icing
Another
call here
icing call.
against
Both
Edmonton.
tendies flashing the leather,
we talk
making
about
some
this
glove
offense for
saves.
the Avalanche,
Beautiful.
and it really does stem from the defense. They're great at moving the puck up the ice and also activating and getting up in the rush. Nice little drop pass by Colton. He kind of punches through.
All right, I'll
Wood
try
finds
and
the
talk
car,
a little bit
then
louder.
delay as he fakes like he's
Wanna
going to shoot
watch
it,
the
gets
level
Hyman
on
to
the
bite on that,
microphone.
and then carries a little bit further, and a beautiful save by Skinner with the left pad as Makar, who didn't skate this morning, was under the weather a little bit, was questionable for this game, looks pretty good.
Here's a shot right on.
Trickles
Skinner's going
over
to hold
to
up
Skinner,
on
and
that.
he
And
quickly
Bouchard
covers up.
and Ecamm both
Such
clearing
a huge
the
part
Avs out of the
defense
front of the
for
net.
this Avalanche team, and just broke
If you're
onto the
coming in,
scene
if you're
such a
brand
big
new,
way,
you are
winning
earning points
all the
just
awards in
by
the first
being
couple
here
years
with
that
us. You can
he
check
played
your
in the
points at
National
any
Hockey League.
time by doing
won the
exclamation mark
Calder,
points,
won the Norris,
just as I
Conn
have
Smythe
in the
Stanley
chat.
Cup. I mean,
That
he
will
just
tell you
piled up for
exactly
Cale Makar early in his
how
career.
many
He's
points
had a
you
few little
have
issues with
earned.
injuries here and there, but he's battled through
Oh,
that.
Jordan, I appreciate you're always
He's
looking
a
out for
treat
me.
to watch,
I
tell you.
appreciate
You
it.
have to have your eyes on him all the time because wherever he
Avs
is on
keeping
the
it
ice,
in.
he's
We're
not
about
there for
8
very
minutes
long.
into this hockey game.
And now it's Nathan MacKinnon working in the corner, back to the point. Manson.
There's a
he
shot
went up
from the
for
point. That
Gerard.
one gets
That was
blocked and tipped aside.
McLeod was in the lane, and McLeod now forces the puck out to neutral ice.
Pace is slowed down a little bit from what we saw
Being
at the
played
initial
rather
puck drop.
tentatively as both of these teams kind of feel
All right,
each
Victor,
other out.
take care.
First
Good to
matchup
see
between
you.
the two, and a healthy respect for one another, Louis.
Here's an icing call now against the Avs.
Turns out America still doesn't know about hockey.
So again,
why bet on
back
it
and
with one of
forth
their sports
action,
books?
back
Sports
and
Interaction,
forth,
your homegrown
and
sports
not a whole lot doing, a lot of icing calls. The Edmonton Oilers already in the first 8 minutes have
I agree,
7
Singer. I
blocked
think there is a
shots.
healthy
How
respect between
crazy
these
is
two
that?
teams. You look at most
7
points at home this
blocked
season.
shots.
Two
That's
top players of
wild
this team, McKinnon
for
and
being just a
McDavid,
few minutes
71
into this hockey
67.
game.
I mean, that's incredible. And the pace that they're at, and as we've talked about, always a treat
Oilers
to see
went
them
back
go
to the
head-to-head.
point.
They haven't seen a lot of each other yet.
Trying to get it over to McDavid. McDavid dropping with Bouchard, throwing it towards the net. That gets knocked down.
MacKinnon, who got in the way of that pass in front. MacKinnon making his way into the Oilers zone, hangs onto the puck, puts on the brakes, takes a look, feeds down low. Nichushkin was looking for the tip. Bouchard takes the puck over to Ecamm, and now McDavid has it.
Here they come.
Over
Back
to
over.
Draisaitl, back over to McDavid. The
One-timer and a great save off the stick of Draisaitl.
Here's Ecamm quickly over to
Robin, how's it
Bouchard.
going? I know I
McDavid
keep
back
calling
to
you R.
Ecamm creeping
How's it
forward.
going?
Stops. Still with it. Ecamm.
Rick,
Over
what's
to
up?
Draisaitl,
Thank you.
Tipped away from him by Taves. McDavid
Rick,
gets to it.
I will shoot you an email. My schedule
With
will
the
change
puck on his
for next
stick,
week.
now stolen by
So I
Rantanen,
think I
who
have
forced it
some
out.
time that will work,
Trying to
but
get
I'll
back
I'll
on
get
the
an
attack
email out
quickly.
to you.
Stopped in his
I
tracks
meant
by
to email you the other
Cogliano.
day, and the
Zach
changes
Hyman
kind of threw me
moves
off.
it back to his defenseman, Evan Bouchard.
Long pass up. Here come the Oil.
Coming into the zone with Connor Brown, a backhand.
Putting in a one-timer and a nice little stop there by Georgiev. Another hack at the
Got to
puck.
that puck, took a
That's
whack
going to
at it.
deflect it.
And now it's sent all the way down by Trennan and icing. this
Another
time
icing
against the
call
Avalanche.
here.
Well, there's a
Wow,
great
I think
chance
we're
it
on
was
pace
created by the
for
top
like the
line for Chris
NHL
Bell.
record of
Offensive
icing
zone
calls in a
face-off,
period.
loads up Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman. And this is off the rush right here.
Non-stop icing. You're just coming in. Welcome. Make sure you're tapping that thumbs up button. We'd appreciate it.
He's ready for this shot. And that's what they're looking for with Hyman driving to the net. Look how aggressive Georgiev was coming out of that net to make sure he was meeting that shot. You can see the twine kind of balls to the left of the net, and the fans here thought that puck might have found its way into the net, but that was a good save.
That line for Edmonton getting another opportunity. Avalanche control off the face-off, and it's once again sent all the way down. But this time play continues as Kulak was unable to get it. The Avalanche. Yakov Trennan picks it up. Back on his feet. Brendan Duhé bothered there by Kulak. Puck comes back to the point. Winding up and firing as Jack Johnson just whistled it wide. And it ricochets
He
out of
really
play.
got a whole
Nice
lot of
job by
that,
this
Johnson.
line to get in and hem in
Blast
Edmonton in the offensive zone. You look at the acquisitions the Avalanche made at the deadline. Big guys come into the lineup. Duhaime, Trennan. I mean, guys that are big that can play, serviceable toughness. And the Avalanche for Jared Bednar this morning says we need to get that. We needed size. We needed to be gritty. We've seen a couple shots like that from the blue line.
got a ways
Attempted
to
tips.
go.
Nichushkin last shift and
The
right
icing
there, Lehkonen also
record. It's
injected
like
back
it-
into the lineup.
Yeah,
Provide
it's
that
something
punch and speed and
ridiculous.
depth
It
down
is
the
something
lineup. I mean,
ridiculous.
this is the
I
first time in a
really
long
hate when
time
the
for
game is
Bednar.
just
He's been able to
starting
healthy scratch
non-stop
players and
icing.
shuffle some guys around.
Gotta let the guys get into
Looking
the
to see
flow.
which combination works.
And outside of the net, jam
Newcomer
play is
says
on.
there's
And the Oilers going to
opportunity
clear it
for
away.
Lehkonen near the net, couldn't
Here
capitalize.
come the
Back
Oilers
away
trying to
by
get around
Harris.
McCarr, driving in.
Into the net, puck stolen. And Jonathan Drouin flips it out to
Darnell
center.
Nurse leading the rush there.
Past the midway mark of the first period.
Draisaitl bringing it in.
Chances at both ends. Still without a goal here between the Avalanche and the Oilers. And now Matthias Janmark, pass block. Jonathan Drouin comes up with it. Waits with poise and then hands it off to Jack Johnson. McCarr took it from him. He idles. Sliding ahead over to Middlestat, and Middlestat's going to head off to the bench as quickly racing up.
Vincent
Away
Desharnais
from
going to carry
Nichushkin
this
was
one up.
Desharnais.
I like him a
McLeod
lot.
Crosses the blue line. Draisaitl has it from him.
Draisaitl back for the one-timer.
Misfires.
Didn't get
And
all
now
of it.
MacKinnon
Bouchard fanned on it.
accelerating through.
Avs coming right
on the
back.
counterattack. He
Little
loses
drop
it.
pass. Look out.
Draisaitl
Turnover.
had it.
Nichushkin with a shot, and that's
the
going to be
Oilers got a
deflected
stick
up
in the way.
and out of
Not
play.
allowing Nichushkin to get that shot on net.
Finally, they're getting going. That
Here's
pace
Leon
starting to pick up.
Draisaitl
Back and forth action.
trying to get on the board here.
They're going to go to commercial break. Boy, oh boy. 1 point closer, just scrapping into the playoffs. White Trash Guy, what's going on? Good to see you again. Thanks for being here earlier tonight. Thanks everyone who joined us on the first stream for the Leafs and the Hurricanes. That was fun. But this is the main event tonight, the powerhouse matchup, the Oilers and the Avs. And they're both flexing their muscle a little bit. McDavid already with a nice little move, kind of with a chance, creating some opportunities. And I got to say, Nichushkin has impressed me here tonight. Nichushkin pulling up, making some nice plays here with the puck. Nobody has been able to crack it past Georgiev or Skinner. They are both playing well in the few shots they've faced early on. For the Avalanche, they're putting out there Rantanen, Natushkin, Drouin, McKinnon, Lehkonen. Those are the big guns that have had the most ice time. For the Oilers, Hyman, McDavid, Draisaitl. Those three have the most ice time, with Zach Hyman leading the way. From a shot perspective, nobody's got multiple shots yet. A few guys with one, but the hitting definitely picked up. Adam Henrique with 2 hits tonight. Andrew Cogliano, Duhaime, Ross Colton each for the Avs with 2 hits tonight. We're going to keep an eye on some of these auxiliary scores as we go. Gordon, good evening. Welcome back in. Ace, what's going on? Goaltending will win or lose this game. Absolutely. Ryan, let's go Avs. Welcome in, one and all. Thanks for coming in and joining us back in again. For some of us, this is stream number 2. We appreciate y'all hanging out. If you're just joining us for the first time, whether tonight or the first time ever, welcome. Thanks for being here. All right, they're coming back from commercial break.
Over, and in fact, could come down to game 82, which is the Oilers in Colorado.
Oh my!
Ecamm picking this one up.
McKinnon, he's sitting at a new
Wow,
career
game 82, the last game of the season. They were just mentioning the Oilers in Colorado. That's how you finish a season.
Gloved by Georgiev.
He's had a few seasons where he's been off to a great pace and suffered a couple injuries, McKinnon. He hasn't been able to stay healthy throughout
the Oilers currently sitting second in the Pacific Division, holding on to their spot with 83 points.
For a few years. This is his year where he really is breaking through. This little wrister has eyes, and a great job by Bouchard to get it through quickly. Doesn't try and do too much.
And it is real close. All 3 teams in the Central, Winnipeg, Colorado, and Dallas, all with 89 points. That is amazing.
With 16 points in his past 15 home games.
It was safe to say that
there it is, bringing the Yeti up. Gotta love the Yeti.
A lot of
for Avs fans.
But he had his eye on the prize.
And here the net is Hyman. Hyman in a battle with Taves.
Hyman really battling with Gotta love Hyman as well. P. Disney, welcome back. In front.
Nugent Hopkins
has had a couple chances already today.
Dangerous pass over in front of the Avalanche.
We got a virtual wave. Let's kick off that wave. All you got to do is find that wave emojis and get them in the air. Keith, welcome in. Going for the Avs. Endgame. Good to see ya. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Hey, there it is. Oh, it's getting those hands up. Here come the Oilers. Wrap around. What a save. What a save. Connor McDavid with the wraparound, and Georgiev stones him with the pad down. Hey.
Ecamm hands it off. McDavid and the Oilers still.
McDavid changes directions like nobody's business. To the line with a blast, goes just wide.
That was by design from Ecamm. He knew he couldn't get it through the shooting lane.
Here's McDavid. And now finally
the Avs going to clear and relieve the pressure. My goodness.
As they managed to escape unscathed after the best shift of the period for the Oilers. Drouin couldn't work his way in. It's Kane to Henrique. Henrique moves in, hands it off. And the puck comes out.
Now I'm curious, Oiler fans, are you happy with Adam Henrique joining the team? Or are you indifferent about it?
Henrique and Brown exchanging passes.
Connor Brown getting his first Oiler goal the other night of the season. Nice to see him finally score.
Manson controls, sends it up ahead off the stick of Lehkonen into the Oilers zone. CC has Lehkonen coming in fast, but the Oilers work their way out of their own end. And he
has a chance of hitting 100 assists, which is pretty darn impressive.
Valerie Nichushkin. Draisaitl takes away space and took away the
Oilers
puck.
still with it. I mean, he is one of the best puck movers in the game. That's for sure.
McKinnon on the forecheck.
I think East is going to take it this year.
Gradually moving up.
It's going to be very interesting who gets through the
in by Fogle, right on target. Georgiev plays the puck to Makar.
Here's Makar, one of the best young defenders in the game today.
Fogle doing a good job.
I don't think he'll get 110.
Makar unable to get that puck out.
That's a lot.
Has it. Warren Fogle to Draisaitl, back to the point. Desharnais. Nurse to Draisaitl, who was open. Draisaitl trying to move away from Rantanen. A wrist into traffic in front.
in the slot that can't get the shot. He's at 81 right now.
Comes out of his own zone.
Again, there's only, what, 15 games left of the year. So even getting 100, I think, is going to be a challenge.
McKinnon passes off over to Wood. Coming off the bench. He poked it to the near side. It's Rantanen. Quickly pressured. Rantanen gets a pass away. A shot.
Quick shot. Nice save by Skinner.
Stick of Walker. Here's Walker as the pace has quickened in this first period. Here's Miles Wood.
I think Carrick just took a stick in the face. The play continues. I think we said 66.
Between the passes, Carrick couldn't get the puck
There's
out,
a nice glove save by Skinner. Skinner coming in, looking pretty
Starting
solid.
to trade some blows as Kel McCarr, and a little bit of distress on the bench after that aggressive shift in the offensive zone. Here's a chance by McDavid, putting on a clinic on this shift, the wraparound.
All right,
Great
they're going to
save by
take another
Georgiev.
commercial break. McDavid getting things going. Of course, it's St. Patty's Day. Welcome. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. We're bringing the Lucky Leprechaun out today. Jonathan, what's up? Good to see you. I think he gets 100 assists. Yeah, I think 100 will be pretty good. He's going to be hard-pressed to do it, but I think he is. One subscriber away from all ones on the board. Who's it going to be? Hit that subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Not a fan of butterfly system, by the way. Whatever works. Yeah, you know, it's funny. It definitely is a different look. I mean, when you look at goaltending from back in the day where it was more of a stand-up style, then you had the Hasek style, right? The sprawling all down and around, and then it's gotten more of that on your knees kind of half butterfly. The goal, there it is. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. How awesome does that look? There it is. I feel like Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune. That's awesome. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. That looks awesome. Stand up was better. Yeah, you know, it's funny. So my my little guy is playing goal for his team right now. So his team this year didn't have a goalie. That's the problem with young kids today, right? In hockey, not every team is going to have a
Between
goaltender.
two heavyweights of the Western Conference.
So going into
Great wraparound
playoffs,
attempt
he
here by
volunteers
McDavid.
to play
Extended
goal,
long
and he's
shift
been
in the
learning, and he's
offensive
been playing
zone.
great.
Great
He
save
plays
by
that more
Georgiev.
stand-up
Gerard builds one.
style.
Here's that battle between Fogle
And he's
and
great
McCarr.
with
This
his
one on
stick,
all shift. A
and
great
when he
track
goes down, you know,
by Fogle
he
to
doesn't
turn
play the
that
butterfly.
puck.
He goes
Not
down
easy
and
to do
kicks
that
out a
shot.
leg, gets
Catches him
back up.
high and hurt him a lot, and for a guy that
Cold
wasn't
what's
feeling
up, you
well
still
before
got
the
that
game
frog.
started, I'm sure he's not going to
Prep,
feel better
welcome
after
back
that one.
in.
But that's
That-
the objective
nice
of
outfit.
Edmonton.
Why,
It was
thank
a
you.
great forecheck by Fogle. He ended up turning that puck over and eventually created that chance that stung him on the shot block.
I'm wearing Costco.
Carrick, a good move to the blue line to get that puck out. Here comes
Oh,
McDavid,
Vanna had
cutting to
much
the middle.
nicer
Wrist shot,
outfits.
couldn't get it
I
away
thought you were
properly.
saying like Vanna,
Now it's
nice
scooped up by
outfit.
Middlestat, who takes a look
I
to
read
see
it
who's
wrong.
along
My
for the
bad.
ride. Middlestat,
She
the
did.
pass over to Gerard. To Lehkonen, back
Here
over
comes
to
Colorado.
Middlestat.
Quick
Waiting,
shot
shooting
doesn't
it.
get
It was
through.
blocked by Ecamm. Middlestat sticking with it. Back to the point, Manson, D to D, Gerard pushes it to the middle, gets it back from Drouin. Cross ice to Manson, Manson looks, a pass looking for
Oh
the tip.
my
He
gosh,
got it,
Skinner
and it
back
just
with the
went
stick.
wide. As the
Yeah, you know, I
Avalanche
think
trying to
butterfly
find
became
lanes here.
very
Blocked by
popular
Bouchard.
because it's a lot
Gerard.
easier in the butterfly to push
Again,
across.
keeping the puck in
You
the
know,
zone.
left to right. We're standing up.
This time,
It's a lot harder to get
Ryan
across the
Nugent-Hopkins
net.
played the angle.
But you expose the entire top of the net.
here.
We got a
Looks like
penalty
it'll be a
coming
hook,
up.
and obviously it
G-Man
looks like
coming in
Ryan
with that
Nugent-Hopkins with a quick
subscribe.
spin
Thank
back
you
and
very
has a
much for hitting
conversation.
that
Didn't
button.
like the call too much.
Cujo, what's going on? Welcome in.
But it's him that
Your
led him
Costco
over to the
fit is
penalty
all right
box.
too.
The
Oh,
first
thank
penalty
you,
we've
Prep.
seen in the game. Both teams have been pretty clean.
Got to get
They
that lint
battled,
brush
they
every
skated,
once
but
in a
they
while
haven't
and, you
taken
know,
an
give it a good
infraction.
roll.
You're going to see as this puck is up for grabs, it's Nugent-Hopkins that
We got a penalty
gets
coming
a
up
little bit into the
on
hands
the
of
board.
Josh Manson. That's where the call is made. McDavid with a finish afterwards. But as soon as Nugent-Hopkins gets parallel into the hands and Manson does the right job and continues to battle through.
Nugent-Hopkins
First
out
power
for
play for
hooking.
the Avalanche. 2 heavyweight power plays too, I might add.
6th ranked power play. in
That
the
is very
NHL
true, too,
for the
Ace.
Avalanche.
Very
They were
true.
2 for 4 on
Once
Wednesday against Vancouver.
goaltending coaches
And off the first
started
face-off here with
adapting
the
to
man
that style,
advantage.
it was game.
The Oilers looking for the clear, and the puck came out of play.
So the Oilers on the penalty kill, 14th overall.
With
The
CBC Gem, you can
Avs
stop
much
spending
better
on other streamers
on
and
the
get
power
no
play.
payment entertainment. Watch TV shows, movies, and more for free on CBC Gem. There's getting set for a face-off to the left of Skinner. MacKinnon in the draw against Adam Henrique.
There's 6
MacKinnon
on the
is
power play
removed,
at
so Rantanen comes in.
24.9%. See what the Avs can
Durant
do here.
decides to take MacKinnon's spot, who moves all the way back to the blue line and off the face-off now. Both teams trying to get possession. It's Nichushkin flipping it back to Makar, who's out there now.
Oh, what a
That
saucer
pass was
cross,
knocked
knocked
down, but
right down,
the
batted
Avalanche
out of
still
the air.
have it. Here is MacKinnon. Dishing back, eventually to Makar.
MacKinnon had a
Now
block, he
MacKinnon
gets it
again.
back. Cross ice, Oilers blocking that one again, and they're going to get it
Great
out.
job. Couple of breakups of seam passes.
Last
for Edmonton.
5
So
games
important
against
on
the
penalty kill
Oilers,
against
the
this
Avalanche have
power
not
play.
had a power
Looking
play
for
goal.
shooters on both sides. You've got Rantanen on the right flank as a left-handed shot. MacKinnon,
looking to get
who's been
things going
ripping
here.
the puck from the left side. And twice, one knocked down by Desharnais.
3.5 minutes to go in the first period.
MacKinnon was about
And
to
turn
pick
it
up
over
some
again.
steam,
MacKinnon
and
was
then
winding up,
stripped of
turns
the
it
puck, and
over.
the Oilers sent it
The
all the
Oilers
way
get
back.
it down the
That's
ice.
the objective there. If you can break up the power play
1:05 left
before
to
you
go
get to
here
the
in this
zone.
power play.
Not easy to do against this
The
group
Oilers
that's
in the
on
last
ice.
7 games have killed
Well, here
13
now
of
again is
15.
MacKinnon with another opportunity.
looking
as
to
he
extend
this
that.
time works it into the Oilers territory. It's Cale Makar to the middle.
Nice little
A
bounce
to
pass.
Rantanen,
Colorado
decides
setting it
not
up.
to shoot. Now he
They
sends
can't
it
shoot.
towards
They
the
put it
net,
wide.
and it's covered up by
And Skinner's going to eat that up with
You can
3:03
see the
left
puck
on
is
the
not
clock.
on anybody's stick for a whole
49
lot of time,
seconds
and that's
left
one of the
in
strengths of
the
this
power
Avalanche
play.
power play.
Good
They move it
puck
around, they
awareness,
snap it around,
ice
they look
awareness
for that
there
quick little chance,
by
very
Skinner.
similar to Edmonton, as I mentioned. 2 of the best in the league on the power play. Look at this explosiveness, great
You know, it's
stick by
crazy
Brown. Up the
between
ice,
McDavid
times
and
it perfect.
McKinnon
He
how
gets by
fast
Brown.
within like 5
And then all of a
strides
sudden,
they can
everybody
get
has
going.
to backtrack a little bit
Upwards
further
of
because he's
32,
got that
34
momentum built up
kilometers
in the
an hour.
neutral zone. Just a great poke check to knock that off the stick of MacKinnon.
Nurse is going to take this off the
the
draw,
draw.
and he's going to send it the
It's
length of the
Nurse,
ice,
and
and
once
it's
again,
actually
the puck
out of
does
play. So it kills
go out of play.
a few seconds off the clock. Yeah,
Colorado
he's
bench is
great
looking down,
pacing.
say,
He was a
that's
little
twice
slow
that we've seen one come by us pretty
around the
aggressively,
mid-mark
but
of
most
this
points by a
period,
defenseman
but
in
boy,
the
oh
first
boy,
300
it has
games.
certainly
Cale Makar just
escalated.
incredible the way he's been able to compete against the greatest. Paul Coffey on the right and the great Bobby Orr on the left.
Another
Shot
big
blocked
block
by
here
Nurse.
by the Oilers.
As Middlestat tried to send it to the net.
He was the fastest defenseman in history at 250 points. So, I mean, he has that feather in his cap.
Avs working it in, setting it
Nathan
up.
MacKinnon. Stops.
McKinnon to the line.
And this is now Makar.
Makar to McKinnon.
Trying to move it around.
Back to Makar.
All the way up top.
McKinnon, he has to
McKinnon
settle
had
that
to
one
settle
down.
that puck down. Now he goes cross
Ice, it gets
Rantanen,
through, back to Makar with a blast.
One-timer. And now MacKinnon takes it off the wall. Middlestat back to Makar. Rantanen got it. Back to Makar. MacKinnon doesn't shoot. Makar, a wrister.
And a great save by Skinner.
Wow.
Holy moly.
There's the best save right there. That's a singer by Makar through traffic, labeled top glove, but some great blocking, some great sticks.
Onyx, you beat me to it. That was outstanding. Great puck movement by the Avs, and watching the Oilers shift. 2 men, 1 high, 1 low, coming over, going back, coming over, going back. It was almost like someone was sitting here with an Atari joystick, moving them back and forth. Great puck movement, great shifting, and an even better save to cap that one off. Holy moly.
Paul Coffey having a discussion on the bench with one of his defensemen. So the Oilers managed to not allow Colorado to get a shot on net on the power play, as that shot from Makar came after the penalty had expired. Connor McDavid starts it off with a pass over to Evan Bouchard. Now under 2 minutes to go in the first frame. Bouchard tried to feather a pass through. It didn't pan out. Kept in and kept alive by Edmonton. Hyman and Draisaitl. Ekholm looks for Bouchard, finds him. Ekholm takes it back. Now McDavid spinning away.
Another spin. Jeez, McDavid is unreal. My goodness.
His best save of the game.
Evan Bouchard
Georgiev
quickly to
coming up with
Draisaitl.
one.
Draisaitl, Hyman, McDavid, the trio. Backhand to forehand.
There,
And
Georgiev's
Draisaitl
gonna
just
hold
didn't
this
get
one.
what he wanted on that opportunity.
Unbelievable.
And Georgiev swallows that one up and gets a whistle.
The
After
things
power
McDavid
play
does is
against
just mind-blowing.
Chris Knobloch loading up so
You can't
common
do
now in
those
the
things
NHL,
late at
load
night
up a
for us
top line,
East
try and
Coasters.
gain that momentum back in your favor.
My
Draisaitl,
goodness.
McDavid, Hyman, they go to work, and this one deflects
And
into
you know,
Georgiev off the
McDavid,
shin pad
it
of Hyman.
almost looks like he
Standing
played
right
the
in his grill,
deflection
and
off
this
the
is the other
Avs'
rush
leg.
up the ice. 2 chances created in a row, a little inside backhand to forehand, and a good defensive
Oh,
play to
Onyx.
kind of bobble that a bit en route as Draisaitl doesn't get that away clean.
And Louis
I'm a little
Chris
torn.
Knobloch loading up on that top line. This is Nugent Hopkins, Kane.
I'd
and
like to see them
Perry out there
extend
together, the
overtime.
forward
Go
trio
10
now,
minutes of
1:31 to
overtime,
go in the first.
and if it's a tie, let it be a tie.
Nuge was removed from the face-off circle.
That's what I think.
Kane
Extend
comes in
overtime,
to take
do
his
away with the
place.
shootout, extend overtime, go 10 minutes, and
Still
if it's a
await
tie
the
after
game's
that,
first
it's a
goal.
tie.
Colorado managing to get the puck up the ice. It's
1:25 to
Sean
go
Walker,
here in the
Tishon.
period.
Back ahead over to Walker. He's all the way up there. Walker to the point. Johnson feeds ahead. Trennan looking for it. Got to it. Tagliano working away along the wall. Scooped up now by Trennan. His pass is intercepted as Kane takes a bump from Walker.
But he's got McDavid has 106 points
The license
already
plate
right
to
now,
see
and
who
his
that
goal
was.
scoring is way down this year.
Under a minute to go in the
I mean,
first.
he's right up there. He's right there.
And now it's dug out by the Oilers. Perry's pass eventually to Kulak to the near side as Ceci dumps it in. Time winding down and a carefully played first as Kane tried to body Makar. This puck is fired by
That's gonna
Henrique,
go
but it's
out of
up
play.
and out of play.
Yeah,
Well,
welcome
this
in
is
if
that
you're
good
just
hit by
joining us.
Sean
Thanks for
Walker
being
on
here. Make
Evander
sure you
Kane,
hit
who's
that
dished out
thumbs
his
up button,
number of
hit
hits
that
as he
like
tries
button
to come
for
up
us.
the ice. I mean,
And of
Walker just
course,
goes right
if
through
you're
him.
brand
He
new,
takes a
make sure
look
you
back
hit
and
that
follows that for a
subscribe
while
as
just to
well.
make
We'd love
sure
to have you join us
that's number
for
26
hockey
in his
down the
memory bank.
stretch.
And he has a little conversation going by the bench right now. As the chirping
Raccoons
is
are
started,
funny
and
looking, but man,
Sean
they're
Walker, no
frightening
stranger
in the dark.
Evander
Their
Kane
eyes
obviously
just
played
like
against them as a
glow.
member of the Los Angeles Kings for the last 2 playoffs. They know each other well.
32.3
conversation
seconds.
continues.
Here in the first period,
I'm in the middle.
Oilers going to keep this one in. Coming around,
Kane is continuing to yell
digging
from
through.
the bench.
Oilers setting it
This
up
might
back
just
to the
get
point,
him
turned over,
even more
stepping around.
motivated,
It's a
but here
2-on-1
comes
shaping up. Here
McKinnon
comes
now with
McKinnon.
Nichushkin.
Passes it
McKinnon
across.
crosses over.
Andy Nichushkin fans on the shot. A beautiful setup, no finish, but here comes Rantanen. And that one is stripped away. Adam Henrique with a nice play. And this is going to do it. Period is going to come to an end. Wow.
These two teams.
What
Yeah,
a
we've seen
finish
some
to the
great
first
chances,
period. That
excellent
was
goaltending
wild.
early, but some great defensive plays as well.
Let's,
We
let's
expected
go to our
this in this
intermission.
battle. Both teams.
All right, holy moly. 10 shots for the Oilers, 20 hits, 14 face-offs for the Colorado Avalanche, 7 shots, 11 hits, 12 face-offs, 1. 0 for 1. The Avs go on the power play. 4 giveaways, 4 takeaways, and 18 block shots for the Oilers, which is awesome. 1 giveaway, 2 takeaways, and 4 block shots for the Colorado Avalanche. Now, going into this game, yeah, that was a fun first period. That was a great first period. Ian, what's up? Yeah, they brought it. They were doing a great job. Going into this game, did you know, with Connor McDavid and Nate MacKinnon both playing, they will be going head-to-head for the 18th time. The Oilers have a record of 9-4-4 in those games. The Avalanche have gone 8-7-2. Nathan MacKinnon is chasing down a single season franchise record for points. He has done so because of 5 straight multi-point game. 3 contests shy of the longest such streak in franchise history. Currently, Peter Stastny holds the record with 8. He did it in 81-82. Connor McDavid in the matchups against MacKinnon. MacKinnon with 3 points in each of his past 2 contests. Stretch that. Let's see. What does it say here? Includes consecutive multi-games. Yeah. So McDavid is on pace for 104 assists, which is just 8 assists shy of the single-season career high with 18 games remaining. So McDavid is on pace to break 100 assists, which is just crazy. 2 of the top 13 longest home point streaks in NHL history have occurred this season. Nathan MacKinnon, 32 games played, and Connor McDavid, 26 games played, each putting their name on that list. I think that stands for games played. Wayne Gretzky holds both the NHL record for the Oilers, for the NHL and Oilers franchise for longest home point streaks. MacKinnon can break the lead mark. McDavid can break the franchise mark. The longest home points in Oilers history are McDavid's 25-game run, along with 3 streaks by Gretzky, 25, 28, and 33. So pretty crazy. Some big-time point records here in the books. Or it could be coming to the books. Okay, let's bring up the scoreboard here. We'll take a look around the league for the out-of-town scores. Right now, currently in action, the Vancouver Canucks 1-0 over the Washington Capitals. That's at the end of the first period. The Predators 1-0 over the Kraken, also the end of the first period. The finals for today, the Senators won 4-3 in overtime past the Islanders. The Red Wings 4-1 over the Sabres. Rangers 7-4 over the Penguins. Coyotes 4-1 over the Devils. The Lightning 5-3 over the Panthers. Bruins with a 6-5 win over the Flyers. The Flames 5-2 over the Canadiens. The Hurricanes 5-4 in a shootout over the Maple Leafs, which we saw in Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. The Blue Jackets 4-2 over the Sharks. The Stars 4-1 over the Kings, and the Blues 3-2 in a shootout over the Wild. So that's going to shake up some of the playoff standings. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Much appreciated. Dilshad, welcome to the channel. This was a fun first period. I'm excited, and you know, the conversation, it kind of started a few nights ago, actually. The conversation was brought up about MVP of the league and the conversation about Austin Matthews versus Connor McDavid. And yes, Matthews at 55 goals. He is up there. You know, he was, you know, at one point he was on pace for 74. I think that has certainly dropped down at this point. But Matthews certainly putting up ridiculous amounts of goals. But on the assist marker, you know, McDavid at 81, on pace for 103 or 104, was it? The question is, what becomes the better stat for you? What are you more impressed with? And I'd be curious to know your thought. Justin, all better than Gretzky. Oh, Hayden, that's funny. What do you guys think? Like, what's more impressive to you? Matthews potentially hitting 60 goals? Let's assume he's going to hit 60. You know, maybe it's 65. But Matthews' goal scoring or McDavid's assists? What do you think is more important for an MVP-like performance? I'd be very curious to know your thoughts. For me, well, I'm going to save it a bit. Dallas says it's all about the goals. I think when a player has anything to do with the there. So Dallas is a vote in the Matthews camp. Why am I not surprised there, Dallas? Endgames is a mixture of both. You got to be able to score, but you got to move the puck. For sure. Stasny would have had 5 cups if he played for the... Oh, probably would have. Without assists, goals don't happen. Assists are higher for an MVP than a goal mark. So interesting. So the general consensus is, you know, the assists or goals are good, but it's the assists that make it happen. So in this case, I think the chat is leaning towards, you know, to say that Connor McDavid getting 100 assists would put him up as the MVP. Thank you. Connor McDavid would put, him up there for the MVP category ahead of Austin Matthews. Despite Connor McDavid only having 25 goals, I think it's safe to say he's going to pass 30 goals this year. He's probably not going to pass 40 goals. But I think if McDavid gets 30 goals and 100 assists, that's a pretty MVP-like category. Austin Matthews, he's got 55 goals, but he only has 27 assists. Only 27. Oh, you think MacKinnon? See, I'm not even bringing MacKinnon into this conversation right now. And perhaps I should, because he's leading everybody in points right now. And that's a great call-out, Endgame. A great call-out, because I was really just looking at our conversation from a few nights ago where somebody asked the question, McDavid or Matthews. But you're right. When we bring MacKinnon into this conversation, he's got 42 goals, clearly, dominant goal scorer, 73 assists, which ain't too shabby. So could Nate MacKinnon finish this season at 50 goals and maybe 85 to 90 assists? That's an MVP right there. I would agree. If we put MacKinnon in that race, MacKinnon takes home the MVP. I would agree wholeheartedly there, which is crazy, right? To think these guys are putting up these kind of numbers. So Matthews, again, unless Sam Reinhart catches him, which at this point I don't think he will, he's going to take the Rocket Richard. Nate MacKinnon, he's gonna end up probably, well, him and Kucherov are still pretty close. Kuch is 1 point behind, and I didn't see. Let's see, what did Kuch do today? Did he get any points? He scored 5 goals. I gotta believe Kucherov got a couple of points. So let's see here. Stamkos from Chernik, Yzerman from Nick Paul and Prevics, Radish from Duclair and Stamkos. Stamkos from Hedman and Kucherov. There you go. 1 assist for Kuch. Kachuk from Mara. Reinhardt from Bennett and Kachuk. Reinhardt again. And Kucherov scores at the end. So 2 points for Kucherov. So going into tonight's game, or coming into this game, Kucherov is now 1 point ahead of MacKinnon for points. He's at 116. MacKinnon is at 115, depending on what he does here. Look at the point players picked up this season. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was so different. It was so, you can't even compare. I mean, it was just, yeah. I mean, guys were getting, what was it? The year Gretzky ended up with, was it Gretzky? He got 200 and something points. And Gretzky said he actually was aiming to try and get 300 points. I mean, it's nuts. Spencer, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Going for the Oilers. I mean, those days were just crazy. I was excited. I thought Matthews this year had a chance of going 50 and 50 goals in 50 games. We haven't seen that for a long time. I was really hoping to see that happen. It obviously didn't. I mean, back in the day when you had Gretz and Lemieux, Yzerman did it. I think Brett Hull did it. 50 goals in 50 games is madness. And I really want to see that happen again to somebody. I miss those upper deck cards where they had the puck or the net filled with all the pucks stacked up with the guy sitting in front of it. It was so good. So good. I mean, they were just great. Dallas, Crosby's a different type of player. Listen, back up 10 years, Crosby was insane. I mean, the things he did, he wasn't a speedster like McDavid. I mean, he was very smooth on ice. He wasn't a speedster. He didn't have the speed that McDavid did. He had great hands, and he scored a lot. But again, I think, I would vote McDavid over Crosby almost every time. I mean, I'd have to seriously sit down and look and compare the stat lines there. Let's take a look at what Crosby has done. I don't like Crosby. Definitely respect him. I mean, listen, yeah, what he's done is crazy. Even what he's doing this year is insane. Listen, 32 goals for Crosby, 34 assists, 66 points on a terrible Pittsburgh team. In his career, 1,256 games, 582 goals, 986 assists. That's wild. So let's pull it up here. Crosby, if we go back to 05, 06, so we're talking 18, 19 years ago, 102 points. 06, 07, 120 points, 36 goals, 84 assists, 72, 103, 109. The year he got 109, he had 51 goals. And after that, he had all those concussion, those issue years, right? 41 games, he had 66 points. 22 games, he had 37 points. 36 games, he had 56 points. Yeah, those are impressive. Then 104, 88 in 77, 85 and 80, 89 and 75, 179. So yeah, I mean, Crosby, his numbers are insane. But he's pretty much been a 30 to 40 goal scorer. He had that 1 year at 51. That was his highest. He had another at 44. So Crosby was there. I think where Crosby is different is, I mean, we call him, he's a true leader, right? The things he does, he shares the puck, and he got all those goals. Talk about his goals, but his assists were just, I can't even think of the word, superior, very superior. Matthews, at 55 and 27 or whatever he's at. When I look at Crosby, 39 goals, 63 assists, 36 goals, 84 assists, 33 and 70, 51 goals and 58 assists. The year he had 51, he had 58 assists. Matthews isn't going to come close to that. 32 and 34, 15 goals, 41 assists, 36 goals, 68 assists. So, I mean, Crosby was that MacKinnon type player where he gets a ton of assists and a ton of goals. But it just wasn't up there, right? I mean, it was up there, but it wasn't. It was at a different level. So, interesting to look at Sid's numbers. Of course, what he did on the international circuit as well is crazy. Where did I just see that? Cooch has 39 goals and 73 assists, 112 points. Yeah, so Cooch actually is past. Cooch is past MacKinnon tonight. Kucherov had two more going into tonight's game. Cooch was at 114, so he has 116 now, unless they've updated this already. But I don't think he has 112 points. So maybe they've updated this already. But MacKinnon, I mean, the things that MacKinnon does with the puck, the things Crosby does with the puck, just incredible. And the speed is what makes a lot of things happen, right? It's again, it's tough to explain, but when you can skate and you can break through, and we saw it in the Leaf game. Earlier. Bobby McMahon picked up the puck and burst by everybody. When you can pick up the puck and catch everybody and just skate through them. We saw it, was it last year? McDavid, when he picked up the puck and was kind of coasting across the blue line against the Rangers, and then he cut in, and within 3 strides, he deked through 3 Rangers and scored a goal. When you have a speed burst where you can just blow through everybody, it makes you untouchable. Absolutely untouchable. McDavid is good, but have you seen Reeves? Oh my goodness. If this was still the Gretzky era, right? Because don't forget, Gretzky playing with McSorley, Gretzky playing with Semenko. If this was still the thing where these enforcers played with the superstars, and you had Ryan Reeves playing on the wing with Austin Matthews, Reeves would have some points. Pavel Bure. Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, Pavel Bure and even Teemu Solani, right? What those guys did with the puck. I mean, it was just magic. Even, Datsuk wasn't as fast as a skater of those guys, but another stick handler that just did absolutely ridiculous things. I mean, it was so good. When you look at Bure and Solani and Datsuk, oh my goodness. I mean, that's what makes hockey exciting. Very exciting. The game is harder now than... Yeah, you know what? Guys, in today's game, I mean, everybody is talented. Well, I shouldn't say everybody. Most players are talented. Guys are bigger. Guys are stronger. And you have to keep your head up. The game definitely moves faster, right? Just genetics. As the game evolves, people are getting bigger and stronger. So it's pretty crazy. Krusty, what's going on? I'm not actually on CBC, so I'm not sure. I'm watching I have the Sportsnet feed. But that's pretty cool. I love when they do that. All right, let's get things ready. Thomas, what's going on? Datsuk was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I mean, he was so much fun to watch. Let's hop back to our other screen.
This one's brought to you by the GMC Sierra. There are trucks.
All right, we are ready to go. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, hitting those subscribes. Much appreciated. Hit those likes as well. Let's get those likes up a little bit. Kevin Stevens had 60 goals. MVP. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Stevens, he was a really good player to watch as well. He had his moments, right? He was up and down. I think he had some issues off the ice. But Kevin Stevens, I mean, that's a name that was always amazing. All right, time for second period action. Let's see where this one is going to play out.
With a call the second period.
Here we go.
All right, Scott, second period action underway here. And
yeah, welcome in, everybody.
Stuart Skinner 5-0-1 in his past 6 starts. Got some help from the Oilers, his teammates. 18 blocks by the Oilers in the first frame.
That's a valid point. There was a lot more stick work back in the day.
Draisaitl slides it ahead. Wow. As the puck has his stick taken out of his hands by Rantanen, and penalty called against Colorado.
So Rantanen's going to the box.
A little heavy on this stick, Rantanen was on McLeod, just trying to take it back, but for McLeod, he knew right away. A little bit of a bump there to separate, and then crash down goes the stick of Rantanen, breaking McLeod's stick right in the middle. Pretty easy call for the officials on that one. Gets away with a little bump first to slow down the big man, and then he wasn't too happy about it.
So again, if you're just joining us here tonight, you're earning points just by being here in the chat. You can check your points at any time by typing in !points. And you can redeem Oilers graphics, Avs graphics, and all kinds of random stuff as well. Bring it up on the screen.
Passes off to McDavid. McDavid through the middle to the corner. Trennan looking to clear, and he does just that.
Trennan getting this out down the ice. Bouchard back to pick this one up.
He just took
wooden
that
sticks,
extra
less
little
padding, worse
millisecond to make
skates.
sure he
Yeah.
gets
Remember those brown goalie pads
David
too? Those just
through.
soaked up all the water and they
Draisaitl,
would become so
rink
heavy
wide to
as
Nugent
the
Hopkins.
games would go on.
Cycled forward. Nugent Hopkins again. Working it over to Draisaitl. Bouchard's wide open. Accepts the pass. Sends it right back towards Draisaitl. Missed the pass. Hyman to Nugent Hopkins now. He dishes. Draisaitl takes it across. Nugent Hopkins looking to pick the corner, but missed the mark.
Yeah, Krusty, it's amazing. And they played to the last game of the season, apparently. Tyson, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Let's go Oilers.
90.5 miles per hour off the stick of Bouchard.
A really solid shot right through the screen of Duhaime, too. Here's the first pass attempt across to Nugent Hopkins, and he gets this away, has to reach out a little far.
Got a piece.
Deflected a bit,
shot
missed
it
that wide. And then here's the one-timer by Bouchard. He makes sure he gets it by Duhaime, and Georgiev with a great read to look around and find that one.
That's my only flaw with the Avs
Gerard
is
off the
Georgiev.
face-off.
You don't know which Georgiev is
Cleared
going to
down
show
the
up.
ice. A minute has gone by in the Rantanen minor. Evan Bouchard skating to the neutral zone, decides to come in with the zone himself. Here's McDavid.
Oh, McDavid
But it got
bobbled
away
it just
from
on
him.
coming in.
And it's an easy clear for the Avalanche.
That was kind of the look they were looking for. McDavid punching through once everybody was standing still. Would have been a nightmare if he didn't bobble that puck.
Nugent Hopkins pass blocked. McDavid got to it. Draisaitl takes it. Reverses. Bouchard looks. Hands it off to Draisaitl.
Draisaitl looking. Going to
Pushing
feed
it
this
to
one off.
McDavid. Now McDavid moving it around.
One-timer from a sharp
Draisaitl.
angle. That one's just going to
That
go
one
wide.
didn't miss by much. Georgiev got in the way, but what an opportunity.
Great read by Manson there, and the little chip back down into the corner after that.
He
chance,
really
he
is,
gets in
Spencer,
front of
especially
Hyman, is able to
considering
put
all
that
the
puck
wrist
200
issues
feet and get a
he's
change.
had over the years.
But a great chance of the one-timer, and at least by
That's going to do it.
Draisaitl.
Power play is going to end. Nothing
Rantanen's
doing.
back onto the ice. 2 shots on net for the Oilers during that
And
man
with it,
advantage.
throw it
Here's
right
Kane
at the
putting
net.
it on
That one's
target.
knocked down.
And Georgiev stopped that one.
Here
Nathan
comes
MacKinnon checks to see who's with him.
Nichushkin trying to feed it
Nichushkin
back.
tried to send it
Cannot
back.
do it.
McKinnon. Rantanen and Nichushkin working
There's
to get
that
that puck back.
907.
Corey Perry there too. Jack Johnson fires, blocked, and it comes out of the zone. Walker to Nichushkin. Bobbled it.
That's right. Samsonov
Managed
is
to get
the
it to a
same
teammate.
way.
Now it's Walker.
Absolutely, Gerard.
To the other side, taken over by Desharnais. Settled down, and now Darnell Nurse. Pushing ahead, gains the red line, dumps it in.
Yeah,
Johnson
Ace
sliding it.
certainly has.
Fogel was in front, but Rantanen works it out. Kulak.
I don't know if that's
Looking for a
I don't know if
teammate.
he
They can't
changed
connect.
stick
Jack
or
Johnson
something,
plays it off
right?
the stick of
But he doesn't
Lehkonen, and now
usually
Kulak.
fumble the puck as much as he
Backhand
used to.
feed. McLeod racing
There's
to it in
McLeod
front
going
of
there.
Walker.
What speed McLeod
takes
going
the
in there,
net,
getting there
passes off to
first.
Fogel, wraparound. And Walker came up with it. A good opportunity there for the Oilers.
Created off the speed of McLeod on the forecheck.
And now it's another speedster, Fogel. Off of Jan Markin out. McCarr has to be careful as McLeod was looking to strip
Yeah,
him
like tonight
of
the
the puck.
Coyotes beating the
McLeod taking
Devils.
a puck
Never
from
would have
Jan
thought
Mark.
I'd see that coming.
Skinner stops the puck behind the net, looking for Kulak.
4
finds
minutes
him.
gone
He's
here in the
quickly
second
pressured.
period. 0-0 high.
McLeod shows up to help out. Little sack, unable to keep the puck in. Cody Ceci was almost going to enter the zone.
There's a breakaway, Colorado coming in.
He's clear, he comes
Little
in.
hook.
Couldn't get a shot
Is this a penalty
He was
shot?
hooked. The referee
Yes, it
gets
is.
called
Penalty shot coming up.
There you go. A couple of quick
Ladies and
sequences
gentlemen.
here. This game is picked up in the second period after that power play for Edmonton.
Jonathan Drouin is getting a penalty shot.
With the speed showing through, and Drouin with a nice job to punch through here.
We talked
in the
about
neutral zone right
using
there,
that
just kinda
burst of
gets in
speed. It was a
behind,
nice
gets lost,
pass, and Drouin
right there,
coming
little
right in.
can opener hook, the
He gets the
fly on
hook
the
from
arm of
behind.
The body
Penalty
doesn't allow
shot
him to get a
action
clean shot. Penalty shot
in the
coming up.
second period.
In his 550th career NHL game tonight, Jonathan Drouin.
Here we go.
One-on-one against Stuart
Coming
Skinner.
way right.
He's
Now
2 for
coming
2
back
in his
into the
career.
middle.
Let's see what he does here.
Taking a look. Skinner shuts the door. Great save. He made the save, and it
Just a good
sprinkled
point
just
save
to
here
the
by
post
Stuart
and
Skinner. For
wide.
Drouin comes in really wide on the right-hand side. Opens up some shooting lanes for him. Fakes a little bit that he's going to go to the shot, and then comes back to the
He
backhand.
just got a
and
piece,
Stuart
and it
Skinner
was enough.
doesn't bite completely on that little bit of a fake. Still
Right.
has
It
a
probably
response
wouldn't
to
have.
push across, and doesn't quite get all of it, but
Bernie
gets enough of it
Nichols.
to stop
Oh,
the
yes,
reaction from the
Spencer.
bench. After that big
Bernie
save.
Nichols. There is a name from the
Last
past.
time Jonathan Drouin took a penalty shot, it was 2018, and he scored on Jimmy Howard.
Harold, welcome in. No
Now he's
score.
2 for
We are
3
still
as Skinner
tied at
with the
zeros
denial.
here.
Keeping this game.
And a great
Matthias
save
Janmark,
by
has left
Skinner
the
on
bench
the
too for
penalty
Edmonton
shot.
after that
Keeps it locked
reverse
at
hit by
0.
McCarr. He tried to lay a big hit on McCarr. McCarr saw him coming right in front of the Oilers bench, and boom, there's another one. Nugent Hopkins and Manson. The physicality starting to pick up too. We'll keep an eye. Here comes Janmark back to the bench.
Certainly has been. Just wait till July
David,
1st.
one-timer
Shot in a
from
nice save
Bouchard.
by
Stopped by
Georgiev.
Georgiev at home.
Not in my
Moves it
house.
to the corner. McDavid out
In front, another
What
couple
a
of
fabulous
saves.
stop. Not once, but
Georgiev
twice by
says,
Georgiev
Skinner,
on
I
Nugent
see your
Hopkins.
save, and I raise
Parisi
you 2
enters
more.
the zone.
Wow.
Pushes it ahead. It's Ecamm all the way over to Nugent Hopkins. And McDavid now moving through with speed. And he is knocked
McDavid driven
down
to the
by
ice.
Manson. We'll see if that
Big hit
gets
by
a
Josh
reaction
Manson.
eventually as Ecamm shovels it out. And it's Walker who wires it back into the Oilers zone. Here's Nugent Hopkins to Evan Bouchard. Back to Nugent Hopkins over the blue line. Stops, waits to see what's available as an option. Couldn't get it to Nurse. This is a bouncing puck. Connor Brown trying to pounce on it, and it's taken over by the ex-Oiler.
The other way.
Andrew Cogliano. Dufferin in front of him. Slowed down by Trenton, kept alive by Jack Johnson.
That's right, both goalies.
Dufferin working collectively to
They're
get the
up
puck out.
for this
now
one
Nurse
tonight.
Sends that one in deep as Trenton waits for it. Cogliano right from Trenton, hands it off to Duhaime. He flips it in as the Avalanche look to make a change.
Oilers starting to circle around.
Shots in this
Nurse
period are
long
6-1 in favor of Edmonton.
Not its intended target. It gets into the Avs zone.
Moving into Rantanen, and here comes McKinnon accelerating, handing it off to Chuska, driving to the net, and he couldn't hit the net with that wrister.
6 shots for the Oilers, only 1 for the Avs in this period.
Makar takes off.
Here comes Cal
Here
Makar.
comes Cale Makar.
Little head fake, and he has it stripped away from him.
Rantanen
Then Fogle has it taken away. Back to the line, Taves. He's going to pass this back, sliding it up the middle. The Oilers take it. It's a 2-on-1. Pass for Fogle. He can't catch up to it. He's going to chase this one down in the corner.
Took a gamble.
Fogle's the slot back and across. Great save, Georgiev. As Fogle crept back door.
The Avalanche
wow.
finally get the puck out.
What a save.
It's Middlestat coming into the zone, leaving it for Rantanen, and Skinner got just enough.
Fogle's career high 15
What
goals
pace
this
to
season.
this
He's been
game
lighting
here
it up.
now in the second period. Brett Kulak handing it off. Cody Ceci.
Always have to watch out.
Waits behind the net, had to move quickly. Ceci to McLeod. McLeod has that pass knocked down by Middlestat. Back over to Arturi Lehkonen. He has Drouin going to the net.
Thank you for hitting that
Lehkonen was
subscribe.
pushed off
Thank
the
you
puck.
for the likes. If you're just coming in, make sure you
Shift out
tap
there for
that
some
like
of these
button.
Oilers players.
It's free to do and helps us out.
Now it's Middlestat who takes
Back
a
to the
look.
line, cross ice
And
pass.
his dish
Good
is
block
Draisaitl.
there by.
Edmonton
Is
has
that Draisaitl? It's a
numbers.
2-on-1,
Draisaitl,
3-on-2.
McLeod.
Pass in McLeod booches
From
it.
Draisaitl. And coming back the other way, the Avalanche
How
unable
many
to get
chances
anything
are the
going
Oilers going to
from their
have with an
perspective.
odd man rush? And they pooch the pass
A
reception.
whistle on the
My
play here.
goodness.
I believe it's an icing call.
Oh, what action in this second period. It's picked up and some
So
great
many
chances in tight. Here's one. Nugent Hopkins off the stick and McDavid right out front. Denied with the right pass. Georgiev with a big hit by
McDavid driven to the ice with a huge hit.
97's got a
And
great
here,
job by McDavid to
a
weather that one.
2-on-1 Fogle.
And then the sharp angle
not
shot
Fogle,
again
sorry,
by Warren
McLeod.
Fogle.
Just
You can see
couldn't
Georgiev was in an awkward
that
position
pass.
coming across, but still
Greatest
makes
goal
the save.
of
Here's
all
Rantanen,
time.
finds Taves. The wrist
Mike
shot
Bossy.
is handled and kept by Skinner.
Mike Bossy. Interesting pick there.
Stuart Skinner up to the task.
Goalies
keeping this
definitely
game
want it. They're going
goalless
to a
between the Oilers
commercial
and the Avalanche.
break. This has been a run and gun second period. It's funny how the pacing is shifting. You see both these teams are doing it. They kind of slow play you, then bam, off they go, and they kind of go right through you. Both teams are able to play that style, and it is so much fun to watch. What a great hockey game. Wow is all I can say. We knew this battle of the Titans was going to be a battle. I thought it was going to be a battle on the scoreboard. I did not expect both these goaltenders, Skinner and Georgiev, to perform how they have right now through almost the first half of this game. When this is the first meeting between both these teams, they play 2 more times, April 5th and April 18th, to close out the season, because playoffs get going April 22nd. Oilers, so 17 shots on goal. The Avs have only had 9 and 24 hits for the Oilers. So they're starting to really up the intensity. But if you're thinking to yourself, hey, they've only had 9 shots, why is Colorado not shooting the puck? The Oilers currently have 20 block shots. That is incredible through a period and almost a period and a half. 20 blocked shots. I mean, that is amazing. Yes, thank you, Gerard. And to just that, make sure you're tapping that like button. hit that thumbs up. Where are we going to put this? Let's put this over here. It helps us out so much. Just give it a little clickety click, click, click. And we thank you for supporting us with the likes, with the subscribes. This has been such a great hockey game. Ace really, really has been. That's right. Harold says, come on, Oilers. Let's go. Let's get this going. He's so close on the wraparound. They've had a couple that have been close. Here they come again. McDavid flying right through. Wrist shot right on. And Georgiev shutting that door. Let me turn this back up here.
Couldn't get that pass over to Ecamm. Nichushkin with the long reach.
Thanks, Gerard. I mean, this is such an amazing game. I wish all hockey games were like this. Tyson saying, let's go, Oilers. 38.7 kilometers an hour. McDavid's peak. McKinnon at 36.7. These kids are flying. And they're not kids anymore.
Surrounded by the Oilers.
McKinnon right on. Skinner goes down, makes the save, has to come across. Another big save. Here's a long pass, can't get it up. McDavid, he's coming in. Or sorry, McKinnon is coming in, cutting in, going upstairs. Big shoulder save by Skinner. Nate McKinnon. Wow, Skinner tracking that, going from down low to up top. Up top with a huge shoulder save.
Oh, I love this. I'll tell you, just
Oilers going to pass it out.
Blows. Here's Zach Hyman.
The Hymenator dropping a great puck movement, and that's broken up with a quick stick.
Towards Henry. Not allowed by the Avalanche, and it's Miles Wood to Parisi. Skinner stops the puck.
Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Doing their part tonight. Here's Manson.
Coming in, stick handling through. Skinner with a save. And it's turned over. The Oilers are going to turn and go. It's a 3-on-1. The Avs trying to get back. Nurse gets taken out across. Off the goalpost. Off the goalpost. Evander Kane rings the iron.
And now
Draisaitl.
Sliding it to Connor Brown.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Brown hit the boards hard and goes down.
Got to it and sent it out of the zone.
Wow. Calling Corey Perry to score.
Western Conference heavyweights.
Krusty, I appreciate it. This is a good hockey game. Holy moly.
Crossing the blue line. Gets to it himself after a chip and chase, and now Draisaitl.
You know what? Every rush is not a dump and chase. Guys are making moves at the lines. They're getting chances. Great puck movement, great speed.
Sliding it over to Draisaitl. Couldn't get past his man there, but Fogle picks it up.
But we're coming in the middle. Trying to cut through. It's in his feet. He gets taken down by Taves.
Ensuring that Fogle couldn't get a shot away.
Return all the way from Nunavut. Awesome. Well, welcome, Harold. Thank you. Oh, here's Colorado. They score.
There's shot.
Walker's going to get the first goal. Bormier, welcome in. This may be the best game I've seen all year. Absolutely. And we finally have a goal on the board, and it goes to Colorado. Breaking out of the zone. A little poor judgment call by the Oiler defender. They didn't catch the number.
Instead of trying to force this pass through,
Draisaitl couldn't catch up. Cece was there. Walker coming all the way. Oh, and you know what? The shot, it was Walker's side, and Skinner thought he had it, and he just missed it. He just missed it. Walker's side, Skinner thought it was there, and he just missed the blocker. It's a well-placed shot. And the Avs take the lead. The Oiler defender, I didn't catch the number, stopped up to go throw a hit, which caused the odd man rush, and they just could not keep up with it.
Feeds ahead, Corey Perry. Sliding there with Brennan. Back up top. Nurse takes it from Desharnais. Right into traffic near the net. He's knocked down. Brandon Duhaime and McCarr protecting. Cogliano waits for the puck to arrive. He finds Duhaime as Nurse was lining him up for a hit. Trennan to Duhaime, a wrister. It's Skinner
Skinner, I'm sure, would love to have that one back.
Puck available. Trennan to Cogliano. Back to Girard. Rantanen. Puck was loose, and he got to it first. Mikko Rantanen surveying the situation. Back over to Girard, and it is forced out by Carrick. As the Oilers were stuck in their end there for a bit. Josh Manson comes in.
He missed it by like such a small amount. He was right there. Oh, here's another one coming on. Skinner's going to make that save.
Denial from Stuart Skinner.
Oh, that one's going to bother him. He was right there. He was in
first on the
position,
score sheet,
and he just
gives
missed
the
it.
Colorado
They're going to
Avalanche.
go to commercial break as Colorado takes a 1-0 lead on Sean Walker's 7th goal of the season. First as an Av. Oh my goodness. But what an incredible hockey game this has been up to this point. We got just under 8 minutes to go in the second period of play. Thank you for joining us for NHL hockey here on the channel. As you're coming in, make sure you tap that thumbs up. We appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. And we're just here to have a great time with bringing us some live Oilers coverage. We're going to have a bunch of more hockey on the channel coming up this week. We are going to be live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all with NHL coverage. So thanks for being a part of our community. Thanks for being a part of our channel. We appreciate you and all. I'm really impressed with these two teams tonight. I don't know if everybody here has watched a lot of Colorado, a lot of Edmonton, but watching these guys play against each other, this is not how this game I expected it to be. I thought this was going to be a high-scoring affair. Both goaltenders have been amazing, absolutely amazing. They just shut the door. And really, that one that Skinner let in, I mean, he very easily could have stopped it. The skating has been incredible. The puck movement has been great. The defensive coverage and pressure have been really well. This is a very well-rounded game. I need Casey Middlestat to do good as I finally have a lot of cards invested in him. Oh, Greg. Yeah, I'm Middlestat. I mean, he's still a young kid, right? He still has a lot of development to go. But we'll have to wait and see what he is going to do. I mean, I believe I think Middlestat's going to do well. Greg, are you a big card collector? Did you buy into this Upper Deck Series 2 as part of the Connor Bedard hunt? Like a lot of us did?
Colorado has
All
won
right,
5 straight
from
coming
commercial
into
break.
tonight's matchup. And meanwhile, the Oilers are 5-1-1 in the month of March. So both teams are
Spencer,
red
no,
hot.
they blew it. They blew it.
Rantanen out there
Carolina tied it up at the end.
offensive zone, and now it's McDavid.
Good as advertised
with
for
Zach
sure.
Hyman.
So yeah, Leafs lost in the shootout.
Pushes it back, and that shot is stopped by Georgiev off the stick of Bouchard.
Yeah.
Got a broken windshield?
Greg, I'm not buying any more at these prices. It's,
The solution is at your
I might buy an
fingertips.
occasional
Book your
pack
appointment
here and
today
there,
at
but
speedyglass.ca.
I'm not buying any more. The price
That and
is
an assist on the
out of
Walker
control.
goal. Along with Arturi Lehkonen, now Jack Johnson picking up an apple.
So 7:30
7:28
left
to go
here
in the second period. McDavid wins the draw, grabs the puck himself. Middlestat moved in front of him. Samuel Girard unable to get the puck out. McDavid tried to connect with Hyman. Hyman unable to keep the play alive for Edmonton as Matthias Ekholm now slides it up ahead. Josh Manson standing his ground on neutral ice. Everybody looking for it. And now it's just flipped ahead by Manson.
Playing this one in the
Bouchard
corner.
to Ekholm.
We'll have to go back and get it.
Matthias
Now they get
Ekholm.
on the move.
Starts it off with a pass, tipped into the zone by Hyman. Here's Ross Colton to Manson. The Oilers completing a change. Here's a pass accepted. Parisi shoots. And it's Skinner the save.
Skinner, look out. Another shot. That's going to go wide. Wow.
Colton tried to put it home. Kane coming back into the Avalanche territory. Evander Kane. As Sean Walker pushes him off the puck. Adam Henrique to the point. Kulak Feeds down low. Kane near the net. Couldn't capitalize. Connor Brown to Kane. Evander Kane getting away from the check of Jack Johnson. Kane cycles it. Now to the other side, Ceci and Wood in a battle. Brown arrives, trying to dig that puck out. Walker takes it, and Kane takes it from him. Kane moving to the net.
wraparound again in front.
Kane tried to wrap around to 10th and back the other way as Wood with speed. Back to Colton, and Skinner up to the task. And again, an easy stop there for Skinner. He leaves it for Kulak.
That was a great backtrack by Brett Kulak, who can really fly, and Miles Wood can skate with the best of them. He had a little lane to try and take that to the net, and he closed it off pretty quickly. That was a real good shot, chip and charge kind of speed from Zach Parise. A veteran move to get on that rebound in a hurry and not let Skinner handle it.
Duhaime centering pass comes eventually back to the blue line. Sam Girard to Cogliano. Brandon Duhaime has it now. Ceci with the physicality. Duhaime, though, standing his ground. Ryan McLeod and Draisaitl unable to get the puck out.
Back to the
Girard.
line, big shot. That one's
Flutter
going
one to the
deflected
net.
just wide.
And now Jakub Trenin still on it. A good shift here from this
Another
line
shot.
for the Avalanche. Finally, Draisaitl took control, but
Go, Draisaitl, come on.
bouncing puck is handled by McLeod neatly. And he slides it to Fogle. Dumped in by Warren Fogle. Oilers getting a much-needed change, but not for everyone. Draisaitl and Fogle are still out there. Nugent Hopkins comes onto the ice. Nathan MacKinnon looks, and it's Draisaitl. He slowed down that pass, and then he bumps Makar. Puck is in front of the crease. Now Draisaitl has it up the wall as MacKinnon is after him. Nugent Hopkins lifts the stick of Nichushkin, and Fogle is going to gain the red line and hoist it in. Gathered there by Rantanen, and he managed to get it out as it looked like the Oilers might have had an opportunity there to keep the puck in the
Bouchard is going
Avalanche
to pick it
zone.
up. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go here in the
Wanted to get
second
that out of
period.
harm's way on an aggressive forecheck, and Bouchard just misses it at the line.
Here comes Connor McDavid now with under 4 minutes to go in the second period. A one-goal game. Tightly contested affair here between these two. Puck is available at neutral ice, and that the Oilers were looking for a too-many-men penalty.
The
That
Rocket Bouchard. Wishing
wasn't
a fun
called.
day watching hockey prep. Absolutely.
Avalanche players diving back on the bench.
centering pass, Middlestat.
Hang on
off the
one
side of the
second.
net.
Middlestat coming
Tried to
through.
center it, didn't work.
Oilers got to
The
keep
Oilers
this
take
aside.
control.
Come on,
It's Evan
Bouchard.
Bouchard to
Happy
McDavid.
birthday
McDavid.
to Jack the Rocket
Punches it over the
Richard.
line, Nugent Hopkins.
Hope you had a
Slows it
very
down,
fun day
puts it
watching
towards the
hockey.
net,
Best sport ever.
bounces to Middlestat.
Way to go, Jack. Jack,
He finds
the
Wood.
Rocket. Richard, I hope you have a
Looking
very
for the puck, he locates
happy
it, sends it
birthday.
in,
Let's
and
get
Cole
some
has it.
birthday cakes and
Big
birthday
pass.
gifts in
He
there
connects.
for the
It's
Rocket.
Zach Hyman.
Jack, the
He
Rocket.
fires, didn't hit
Richard.
the net. McDavid trying to take it back from Walker. And now Wood pushes it into the Oilers zone. It's Desharnais being tracked by Parise.
Desharnais sending this one around.
Stolen.
Quick
And
shot
Skinner
right on,
somehow
and that's
finds
going to be
it.
grabbed and
And
held.
he's not going to take any chances.
Desharnais
Some
not
pushing and
happy.
shoving near the
Some
Oilers' net.
face washing going
A
on.
little extra. We haven't seen much
Miles
of this.
Wood
There's
and
been some
Desharnais getting into
stick
it at
work
the
in
side
this
of the
game,
net.
some big hits, some talking, but none of this after whistles. They just kept playing, but this time everybody converges in, and Wood right in the mix of it. Desharnais gets him out of there with a shot that had eyes into some traffic, and here it is. You heard Kelly Rudy talk about
We're
this.
gonna
Get
go
traffic
to
in front. The
another
Avalanche want
commercial break. Good period, good playing. Colorado up 1-0. They've come back in the shot department. We talked about how they were down before, but they've put in 13 shots for Colorado, 10 for the Oilers. Brings it to 20 apiece, but they did get one through on the scoreboard. 1-0 Colorado in this unbelievable hockey game. If you're just coming in and joining us, welcome to the show. My goodness, it has been awesome. It has been awesome. Make sure you are clicking that thumbs up and doing a great job. And, of course, hit that subscribe as well. We appreciate you so much for helping our channel continue to grow. We're going to have a ton of hockey down the stretch. Playoffs are about a month and a week away, right? About a month and a week. So it's coming up real fast. There's going to be a lot of changing in positions, especially in the West Coast. So I'm very excited to see what these series are going to end up being. Man, there's just so much to see going on. So, of course, a lot of side stories as well as we watch this game. The Matthews hunt for 60 or 70 goals. The McDavid hunt for 100 assists. Just, of course, my goodness, I totally forgot what I was going to say there. MacKinnon, his drive to lead the NHL in points. All these stories taking place and going on. Sorry, I had my mind just disappeared on me there for a minute. But we're going to get into some of the standings and some of the potential situations at intermission. Longest home goal scoring streak in Oilers history. Gretzky and Zach Hyman both tied at 10. Hyman can get 11 if he puts one in today. Let's see if Zach Hyman can continue that streak. Let's go. They are back.
Ever.
Got a couple minutes
in on
still here in
50-46 right
two.
now to lead the Oilers, Hunter.
And here now the Colorado Avalanche on the attack. It's Nichushkin looking to lift it in on the backhander. Didn't hit the net though, Makar. Pushing it back to Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen moving the puck around. One-timer from Taves. And
Right
it
on it.
bounced
Take
right
care,
in front.
buddy.
MacKinnon to the blue line. Taves. As that puck is high and up and over the glass.
Up and over the glass. We've had so many stoppages.
Jackpot
The
City.
first period, if you missed the first
Casino
period
games
today,
perfectly
it's
made
been
for you.
a little slow. It was a little slow. It definitely, the pace of play picked up
The
here.
epic Canadian
in the second
rivalry
period. It's
continues
been
as Toronto
a
takes on
much
Montreal. Don't
better
miss the
hockey game
PWHL
than
action
we
Sunday,
saw
12:30
earlier.
Eastern on CBC Gem.
Chris Knobloch elected to have a little bit of a shutdown line thrown out there with
McKinnon
Carrick,
in against
Henrique, and
Draisaitl
Kane.
to take the face off.
They weathered the first little push by the top line of the Avs and now loaded up with Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman up against the MacKinnon line.
Lee, this period started off tilted towards the Oilers in terms of the shot clock, and now 13 of the past 17 shots on net have been from the Colorado Avalanche as the Oilers enter the zone. Ecamm looks. That's blocked by the skate of Nichushkin and out of bounds.
Felt that one.
Go at a play. Brad Richards
gets the big skate in the way of that blast by Ecamm.
932
With some
points.
traffic in front, goes up and
Brad
kicks the
Richards
glass
was
and
another
over
good
top
player.
of the face-off. Will stay in the offensive
Those are
zone
some
to the
good
right of
years in
Georgiev here,
Tampa
but
Bay. Was it
good
him
job
with
to get in
Kaplan
this
and
lane. Just kind of
Marty
puts
St.
himself in that spot, and you can see down low Zach Hyman's in front
That
of the
was a
net.
good
You've got
team.
McDavid who funneled all the way
23
down
block
to the
shots
far
now
side.
for the
So a
Oilers.
good block
10
at a critical
for the
time.
Nichushkin still grimacing on the bench as
Yo,
Ecamm
San Eagle in
has
the
it off
house.
the draw.
What's up?
Bouchard pushing it to the
Welcome
corner.
in.
McDavid taking it away from Walker. McDavid to the point. Bouchard.
Thank you, Theo.
And this time it's
It definitely
Lehkonen
was
who
a
got
late
his stick
night,
in the
but it's
way.
a good
The puck
night.
stays in though.
Doubleheader
Draisaitl
here for
leaving
us.
it for Ecamm.
Let's see if the Oils.
Slides it in.
Ties this
Gerard
one
got
up.
to it.
1.5 minutes left in the second period.
Puck kept in by Draisaitl, but he fanned on the pass attempt. Middle stack. Moving through, gains the zone. Bouchard quickly to Zach Hyman. Has to settle it down. Try to slide a pass as the Avalanche got in the way. And no space available for Edmonton to get anything more going. Time winding down here in the second period. Evan Bouchard waiting patiently in his own end to start it off. Stick handles past Middlestat, who gets to the bench into the final 60 seconds of the second period. Gerard unable to shovel it out. Nugent Hopkins poking it to Perry. Trennan picks up that puck. An open Cogliano lifts it out of the zone. Desharnais not allowing Duhaime to get anywhere. Here comes Cogliano.
Quick shot,
And
nice
it's Stuart
save,
Skinner.
Skinner. And they crashed the net.
Attempt, and here we
Everybody
go. Some
jumping
more
in. Now the rough
extracurricular
stuff is
activities.
starting.
That was a big collision. Coming back to the front of the net.
Desharnais is in there. Duhaime is in there.
Duhaime was in
Kane
there,
is
so
in
was
there.
Trennan. It was Desharnais that
Nurse
came
is
back
in
and
there.
tried to cut it off. Josh Manson's getting a little aggressive here too. He has a physical game. They're going to go.
Gloves
The
are off.
come
Manson is going at it. I can't see who he has. Oh,
Josh Manson's one tough customer.
Desharnais. Manson
right now as Manson's
threw
got the better part
Desharnais
of the
down,
start.
gave him a shot while he was on the ground. Desharnais back up. They're just wrestling now.
A spirited bout here, Louis.
And for Manson, he's fought a couple of times. In
And
the last
Manson
two
calls
games.
for the linesman to come in.
Took on Big Zadorov in Vancouver and said, yeah, I'm glad that
So good,
that
quick
one didn't go
scrap
too
here.
long. He's a big
Quick
customer. He says, you
scrap.
know what, I'll step up and fight another
Desharnais
guy over 6'6".
chirping
Manson,
at
like
him
his old
as
man, Dave,
Manson
not
leaves
afraid
the
to
ice
tangle with
surface.
anybody.
Desharnais leaves the ice surface.
But you kind of felt this coming, right? It's been
That
ratcheted up in
was
this
a
second
tough one to
period.
get
The
started
intensity,
for
we've seen some
Desharnais.
big hits,
Kind
a
of
few more
happened in
scrums
title
around the
on
net
the
on the
boards.
whistles, and this is one of the things the Avalanche
I
want
gotta
to bring
give
on
the
board.
win there
Trennan,
to
guys like that
to
that'll get into the
Manson.
mix. That play
Yeah,
that
he
aggressive style.
is
Edmonton
big,
has
but he
bolstered
is
up
not
as well.
much
They're
of a
more of a
fighter.
physical team now.
He
They
got
have guys that
dragged
can
down,
take care
took
of
a
that
couple
department.
shots while he was
I'll tell you
down.
what, these two teams, when they go at it, they go at it. There's the collision as Manson comes into the fold, takes the first pop from Desharnais, and they find each other in the scrum.
So it
Here's
was
a
a
good
nice
chance, Andrew
shot by Cogliano, a good save by
one-time
Skinner,
Oiler
but
with a
then
nice shot on
Desharnais
net
and
here, and a
Manson
good save by
collide
Skinner to
right in
hold
front
on to,
of
and that's
Skinner.
when everything
That
happened
started a bit
afterwards.
of a
Everybody
brouhaha.
converges back. Some big men on the ice.
Manson and Desharnais went right at each other. They're having words.
All right, well, it is heating up here.
And then they kind of,
Reaching a bit
Manson
of a
kind of
boiling
dropped the
point
gloves
between
and started
those two
running
big
before
customers.
Desharnais
And I think
knew what was
Manson
going
kind of took exception to Desharnais.
Yeah, he-
Wouldn't let
he
him go.
gets
He
the
kind of
win
had him
in
a
that
little
one
bit of a
for sure.
headlock, and finally he boiled over, and Manson came out of that
Kane is kind
swinging.
of taking a look around.
And some chirping still on the benches here as Corey Perry makes his way back to the bench in front of me. So
It was the only guy to ever take off my
they haven't seen each other for a long
Oh,
time.
Happy
This is the
Gilmore.
first of 3 on the season.
Love
so
some Happy
they're getting
Gilmore.
back used to one another.
30 seconds to go.
End off the season, as you mentioned
On the
earlier,
go
for
with
the Oilers.
Silo. What's going on,
Seeing
buddy?
The Avalanche 3 times in the final 18. Nichushkin and Cece battle.
Thank you
trying
so
to push
much,
it
my
back
friend.
to the point. Collected by Kane
15
and lifted out.
seconds to go.
Dying seconds here of the second period.
Colorado's
Rantanen
going to get one last chance.
walks in
Rantanen's going to come in,
to
drop it to
McKinnon.
McKinnon. Going around. He's still with it. Drops
passes
it off.
off, bouncing
He should have
puck.
shot it.
Finally
McCarr
settles
throwing
it
it
down
to the
center.
side of the net. That's going to go wide.
And finally,
And
the
no
horn
good
blows
opportunity
as
comes out of
Edmonton
that.
manages to
And
escape
we got
without
more stuff
allowing
going
another
on.
one.
Is that
Henrique
Rantanen
involved
grabbing
here.
Henrique, putting him in a little headlock?
That's with Rantanen.
Did not expect those two to kind of get mixed up in the mix.
Little testy to end this second period, which is
McDavid,
good to
little
see. A close
frustration
game, a
showing
one-goal
on
game.
his
Both
face as
teams
he leaves
had their
the bed.
chances in the second, and they continue to jaw all the way off the ice.
Let's see, anything else going to
So the
come of it here? I
Colorado
don't think
Avalanche
so.
not only outshooting the Oilers 16-9 in the second period, but
All right, let's go break this down, because that was a period. All right, as we bring this up here, things have changed. 1-0 Colorado has the advantage on the scoreboard, and that goal was Sean Walker, his 7th from Lehkonen and Johnston. 15 months from prep. Thanks again, Sam. I'd never hear the end of it. I agree 100%, prep, 100%. And you're very, very welcome. Thank you for everything you do for us here at the channel. We really appreciate it. I hope they both had amazing, amazing birthdays. Okay, so let's break it down. This time around, Colorado is in the lead of shots, 22-19, 34 hits for the Oilers, 21 for the Avs. 0 for 1, both team on the power play. But look at that giveaway number, 9 giveaways for the Oilers. That is not good. Only 1 registered giveaway for the Avs. 6 takeaways, however, for the Oilers. 5 for the Avalanche. And block shots, 23 block shots to 11. Those are monster numbers. Good to see them blocking shots. This period definitely took a bit of a turn, right? The first period, we had a lot of stoppages, and then things got going. It was intense. Both teams with some opportunities. This period, it started off intense. Things then started to slow down. And after that Avalanche goal, things started to get kind of rough, tough, if you will. Both teams throwing some hits. Both teams the face washes, the pulling the helmet kind of down over the face. Definitely the style of hockey changed around. Both teams are fighting equally. That's right. Both teams are going at it, but the Oilers have a little bit more of an uphill climb to get there. All right, let's take a quick peek at the standings, and we'll start in the West Coast. A West Coast where we kind of talked a little earlier about how incredible. And I see they're already updating. It's interesting. See, let me refresh. They used to not update the sites until the next morning, but I can see they're already updating some of the games that completed. Did they update this side as well? Yes, they did. So they updated the numbers. They just haven't moved teams around. So we already have some changes. Right now, the Dallas Stars are technically first place in the Central Division with their win. They have 91 points, so they're going to move ahead of Colorado and Winnipeg. So it totally depends on what Colorado does here tonight. Vancouver sitting atop the Pacific with 92, Oilers with 83, Kings with 79. In the wild cards, CeeLo's Nashville Predators sitting comfortably in that first wild card spot with 80 points. Vegas with 77. Minnesota is at 74 points. St. Louis at 73. So it is going to be a chase down the stretch. The question is, can the Vegas Golden Knights fend off and hold off Minnesota or St. Louis? Will one of them catch them? Preds up on the Kraken. Could be a 15-point streak. Yeah, CeeLo, I mean, they're playing unbelievable hockey. Unbelievable hockey. Those Preds just continuing to climb, and it's awesome. On the back end, the San Jose Sharks, the Chicago Blackhawks, they're at the bottom of the Western Conference with Anaheim and Arizona. In the East, it is the Panthers. They lost today, and with the Boston Bruins with their win, the Bruins jump ahead of the Florida Panthers with 95 points. That is better than Florida's 94. Toronto sitting in third in the Atlantic with 85 points. In the Metropolitan, 92 points for the Rangers, 88 points for Carolina, 76 for Philadelphia. The Tampa Bay Lightning trying to catch the Maple Leafs. Tampa Bay has 78 points right now. Toronto does have a game in hand against them. The Islanders trying to catch Philadelphia. Excuse me. They are only 3 points back. They are sitting there at 73. And actually, as I scroll down here with the Islanders, did they play with the Islanders lost today and the Detroit Red Wings win? That's actually going to bump the Islanders out of that second wild card spot, meaning the Detroit Red Wings have just now moved in and taken over that last wild card spot. The Islanders do have a game in hand against the Red Wings. Washington, they have a couple of games in hand, and they are sitting just back at 71 points. So if the Caps can get hot, they can squeak in there. The bottom of the Eastern Conference, Columbus Blue Jackets, Ottawa Senators, Montreal Canadiens, Pittsburgh Penguins are going nowheresville. Although technically, I mean, Pittsburgh's at 67 points. They could make a run of it if they got hot, but they've just been on a terrible slump. They're at 67, New Jersey at 68, Buffalo at 69. Again, those teams mathematically can do it, but probably not going to. That went around like the wave. I know, I'm sorry. I'll just have to cover my mouth more. So we'll just, yeah, I'm sorry about the yawn. I hate it for Sid. And, you know, the whole Crosby story is so bizarre, right? Because originally, well, not originally, but when the Gunsel trade happened, Crosby was not happy. And I know, CeeLo, you love Crosby to the ends of the earth and back. You sit in front of your picture on your wall of Sidney Crosby, CeeLo, and you're singing all the Savage Garden songs to it. But there was a rumor that Crosby came out and said, he'd be okay with being traded. And if he was to be traded, he wanted to go to a Toronto, a New York, a Colorado team if they could make it happen. Of course, didn't happen. Now they're saying that they're looking to sign a deal that that Pittsburgh is going to sign a deal with Crosby to lock him up for the rest of his career to remain in Pittsburgh, and it's going to be a team-friendly deal. So I don't know if that's true or not. We'll obviously find out July 1st or shortly thereafter into the summer what is going to happen with Crosby, if anything. And, if I'm Crosby, I get about playing your whole career in Pittsburgh, and I know he has some Stanley Cups, but I don't know if does he really want to go through the rest of his career without getting back in the playoffs? I don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see what Crosby does. Just don't send him to Smashville. We're going to send him. Not only are we going to send him to Smashville, CeeLo, we're going to give him your personal address and say on his way up there he should stop by and say hello. Can you imagine? I think it was the Penguins that did that, where they actually had the players go out to deliver the season ticket packages. I don't know if they've done that post the COVID years, but prior to that, I know they would go out, and there were clips on social media of Crosby and some others hand delivering the season ticket packages. Can you imagine your whatever team you cheer for, and that your favorite player of that team shows up and you're, hey, nice to meet you, here's your season tickets. That would be incredible. It would be so good. Let's see here. Gerard, that's awesome. Thank you, Gerard. Gerard is the best. Gerard is always looking out for my well-being, making sure I'm drinking, exercising, doing all the right things, saving my voice. So Gerard, right back at you. We appreciate you here, and that's what we love about this hockey community. Not only do we have fun here, not only do we try and bring you the best game coverage out there that we can, but this is a pretty darn good community where we like to have fun and be there for each other. Sam for being tired. Hubby asked who the Leafs played. I said Colorina. Prep, that's awesome. Hey, listen, it's been a day. It's been a day today. It started for us. We got up. We didn't feel like making breakfast, so we did the Tim Hortons run for breakfast today. Then it was to the hockey rink. After the hockey rink, it was back home for a quick rest. Then it was off to this event that we were at earlier today. I took a bunch of videos. I'm going to try and put a little vlog together about this a thing we did this afternoon. So we're going to post that at some point if I can get some time to edit it together. And then, of course, right home for game one, watching the Leafs blow it against Carolina. Now here we are, hoping the Oilers can come back against Colorado. And then, it's going to be a late night to go to sleep. And then we're up 6 a.m. tomorrow morning to go right back to the hockey rink. So it's a busy weekend, but it's the best kind of weekends, and we love it. I just can't. I appreciate it. Chris, what's going on? Be afraid. Be very afraid. CeeLo wants that abs loss. He needs that abs loss. Paulette, what's going on? Do you cover baseball games? So, Paulette, we will do a little bit of baseball. Once hockey is wrapped up, we will cover some Blue Jays. We'll do Blue Jays. If you're an Atlanta Braves fan, On the Go with CeeLo, who's in the chat right now, is the king of Atlanta Braves baseball. So you definitely got to check him out. Or NASCAR. If you're a NASCAR fan, check out On the Go with CeeLo. But yeah, we'll switch gears a little bit to baseball once the Stanley Cup is handed out. Chris, they did. Carolina scored 2 goals with less than a minute or so. Well, I guess they pulled their goalie. Was it 3 minutes left? The Leafs took a penalty. They scored the first with a 6-on-4, and then with a few seconds to go, they scored to tie it up. So it was pretty brutal. You're a Yankees fan. All right. So yeah, we'll do when Yankees and Blue Jays get together. We'll definitely have some Blue Jays and Yankee coverage there for you. It's going to be interesting to see what the Yankees do this year. I'm very curious. I don't put a lot of stock into spring training because the teams, I mean, a lot of guys at this point have their main rosters ready to go. Because what opening day is it next week? Next week or the week after? It's coming up real soon. But I'm excited. The Blue Jays last year had a real good team. I know they lost a couple of players. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with what they have. Blue Jays might take it this year. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm April Fool's. Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to figure out how to be polite. Last time I was here, it was still 4-2. Yeah. March 28th. Okay, so the following week. There you go. There you go. So not next week, the following week. It's weird. I know the Blue Jays open up and they play a 3:00 afternoon game. I'm like, why couldn't they play after work? But it's going to be interesting to see what comes around this baseball season for a lot of teams. There's been a lot of changes, a lot that's gone on in the league. I'm excited. It's the first time I've been excited for the start of baseball in a long time. So yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely have some coverage. Won't be as much as hockey, but we'll definitely have some Blue Jays coverage. Finally able to type fast enough to keep up with you. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, it's a bit, I don't have to type, so it's oh goodness. All right, let's reel this back in. Let's get back in here to the hockey side. You're 16 days early for April Fools. That's really funny. Coming up this week, we haven't yet scheduled the streams. I'll probably get them scheduled tomorrow, but we are going to have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 games in a row. We got the Leafs in Philadelphia on Tuesday. It's the Leafs and the Washington Capitals on Wednesday. And then there's going to be a choice between 2 games for Thursday. We're going to post up in the community section tomorrow to get your vote on who you want to see us cover. So lots of hockey coming up this week. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're in the stretch, right? We're now in the stretch. We got like 14 games, 13 games remaining, depending on the team. And we're already seeing how wins and losses can greatly affect the change in this schedule. Now, we started off in the first period talking about Matthews, McDavid, Kucherov, MacKinnon in the MVP conversation. But what we haven't talked about at all is when it comes to the goaltenders. Do not talk to strangers. What's going on? Welcome in. Happy late night. Although I guess depending on where you are, it may not be overly late. But we haven't talked about the goaltenders. And right now, the goaltender stats, pardon me, the goaltender stats are a little thrown off because you have some guys here who have only played a couple of games, a couple of minutes. But really, Spencer Martin, Lauren Brossoit, Anthony Stolarz, they're up there in the goals against average, but I don't really look at that too much. What I like to look at is the saves and the shots against, because this is telling me who's facing the most pucks. And that's always something I've been interested in, especially to see the teams they play for and where they stand. Ilya Sorokin leads the way. He's faced 1,573 shots this year, and he stopped 1,431. UC Saros on those Nashville Predators, They are second there, 1,519 shots against, and has stopped 1,378. So Saros needs some defensive help. Nashville needs some defensive help. They cannot allow so many shots to be thrown towards them all night, but I've got an early morning of cake baking ahead of me. Good night, Prep. Thanks for everything. Have a good night and a good early morning tomorrow. And here's the name I really wanted to get to with this intermission coming to a close is Alexander Georgiev. Colorado allowing 1,490 shots against Georgiev, and he stopped 1,342 of them. So this Colorado team allowing a lot of shots, and that is exactly what we've kind of seen here through two periods. The first period was not great. They shut them down, shut the Oilers down in the second. Now let's see kind of what is going to come up here in the third. Is the physicality going to continue? Is things going to change? Let's get ready for period number 3. All right, we're going to switch this over, get things ready. Of course, 1-0 the lead here. Chances for get scored on the third got to be low. Yeah, I mean, Damien, welcome in, and it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, both these goalies had an amazing first period. They've struggled. Well, I shouldn't say they struggled. They actually played well in the second period, but the Oilers goalie let that one go through, and it was not a good one. Let's see what happens here in period number 3.
In the NHL,
I'm going to step away for
Edmonton
just a moment.
fourth
I'll be
at
right back.
3.55. And as you've shown there, it's been a defensive effort as Connor McDavid comes into the zone, trying to wheel and deal. And now Nathan MacKinnon takes over, and he finds Taves. First Avalanche player into the zone there. Bouncing puck is handled, and it's McDavid on the counter attack over the blue line. Zach Hyman takes the pass, moving to the net. Beautiful effort. Here's Draisaitl with it, and he tried to wire it home, but he was wide on the far side. Taves using the wall. Bouchard keeps it in. Draisaitl picks it up and then gave it away. Rantanen and MacKinnon, and now both teams are going to make changes after that head-to-head shift. And the Colorado Avalanche, best second period. They are better in second periods, where the Oilers have the third best third period goal differential in the NHL.
Yeah, it's been a big difference. The second period for the Oilers has been their worst period of the season, but their thirds have been their best. So should be interesting. This one, the Avalanche pretty good in the third as well. Here's that chance by Draisaitl as he has some time to try and eye it up, pick his spot. But you look at the most comeback wins. Both of these teams are really never out of it with the offensive abilities they have, 21 and 20 respectively. Comeback wins this season. Game's never over.
And 10 of those comeback victories for the Oilers have been in the third period. So we're set up for what should be a great finish here, is what we're trying to say. And this is an icing call against Colorado.
Well, that goal by Walker in the second period just goes to show you how fast it can happen in the activation of the D's. You heard Scott Oak talk about that. You know, brings them to 201 points, 53 goals in the season now by defense, leads all teams in the National Hockey League as well. And for Walker, just jumped right into the mix. I heard the panel talking about him. Just an excellent pickup by the Avalanche. Only 4 right-handed shots in their lineup tonight. 1-4, that's Nathan MacKinnon. He's the only right-handed shot they have dressed in this game as a forward, and 3 on the back end with Josh Manson in the penalty box right now. Someone's going to have to move over there on the right-hand side.
Bouchard pushing it to Draisaitl. He slides it to McDavid. Being watched by Middlestat. McDavid. Now Nurse takes over, fires it off the side of the net. Hyman looking for Draisaitl. Walker right on cue, intercepted and cleared. Here's Evan Bouchard waiting patiently off the stick of McDavid. Hyman gets to the puck. Hyman driving. Draisaitl moving it back to Hyman. Shovels it to McDavid. McDavid gets it back to Nurse. Tees one up, it bounces. Georgiev couldn't stop it. It's in the net. They score. He's at home with a goal, and he breaks the franchise Gretzky.
Well, they're looking at this long and hard of the Avalanche bench in front of me here, so let's
doesn't
take a
go
look
to
at this
Hyman.
and see. There was certainly some contact in the blue paint. Hyman planned himself where he does. He's outside. He's outside. He does kick at this puck right there.
Oh, this is no
And
goal.
that's a kicking motion,
This
I
is
think,
no
as he's
goal.
going down.
He
And that's the
blatantly
first thing
kicked
I
this
saw.
one
I
in. This
thought
is coming
maybe it was
back.
touched afterwards. But you're going to see him kind of take that foot.
Hyman
just as he's
absolutely
falling
kicks
down,
it in.
kick
I think
forward.
this is
It's
going to
called
be
a
waved
goal
off.
right
There's
now.
no
They're going to
goal.
look at it. And here's the thing. Is he falling down in the process of kicking this in? Does that matter that he's being pulled back and his foot goes forward? It looked like he was
There's a
still up on
lot
his feet.
going on this play in front of the net.
But there's no question Jared Bednar and the coaching staff were
We're
all
definitely
huddled
going to review it. If
together
you're just
looking
coming in,
down at that
welcome in.
screen.
Make sure
And
you
they
hit
are
that
gonna take
thumbs
a look
up,
at
hit
this.
that subscribe. I don't know what I'm pointing up.
Yeah,
Hit that
and-
subscribe as well. The Nurse took the shot from the point. It was
Another
tipped
one of those
once.
situations that Zach
Hyman
Hyman always finds
kicks it
himself
in.
in, right?
On that take, though, if you watch Drouin, he kicks the back of the leg of Hyman. So watch Drouin here. He bumps into the back leg, but
Ooh.
is that enough to move that foot forward as he's going down? As he
Hey,
was falling,
Antonio,
Drouin
welcome
kind of
in
kicks the
again.
back of his leg.
into the net.
Good eye, Louis. That
So
sure
good
makes
eye
things
by
interesting here.
the broadcast
And
team
you
here
know what I'm
saying
saying?
that
That kinda
Drouin
does
kicked the
change it a
back
bit.
of
That's not
Hyman's
a-
leg.
A deliberate kick by
We
Hyman.
don't
That's
know yet.
more of a
So,
foot
I
being
mean,
pushed forward
it was
by the
definitely
kick
kicked
at
in
Drouin
by a
little
kicking
bit. Did he
motion.
go a little bit
But
further
does the
with it?
fact
That's
that
the question.
Hyman is
I think
being
they have to
pulled
ask
down
themselves.
and have his
But
foot
again,
kicked
Zach
from
Hyman in the mix,
behind
and so you're going to watch
matter?
this. He does a great job to stay outside. I mean, you can battle for that puck there, but look
I
at
don't
the
think
left
Drouin
leg
kicks
of
it hard
Drouin
enough.
bump
I
into
still
the back
think
of
this
Hyman.
goal is coming
This
back.
is going to be really
After
interesting.
review, the puck was kicked in, therefore we have no goal.
There you go.
So
No goal.
cancel that one, and Hyman will look to keep the streak alive again here with a lot
Definitely,
of time left in
definitely
this
no
one.
What is that, 10 or 11 the last couple of years for Hyman? Always around the net. But that's where he scores his goals. That's why he has 46 on the season. Got Rogers Place bumping a little bit here after that puck went in the net, but it was a kicking motion. I thought the leg into the back of his heel by Drouin a little bit, but then because it goes through another foot
It
and
was a
half,
good
no
catch. You
question
know, when
of a
you show
kicking
the
motion.
overhead camera, it looks like Hyman's leg is
And
kicked.
the
When you
overhead
see the
look
kind
that
of
we just
reverse
saw there
angle,
was the definitive
Drouin
look
definitely had the swinging
that
motion, but
verdict
not kicked
for the
hard
NHL
enough
Situation
to
Room
make
in
it in. So,
Toronto.
yeah, no goal. It's
So
all.
the score remains
It
here,
all's
a
for
one-goal
nothing.
game in favor of the
Let's see if they
Colorado
can
Avalanche.
get this one right back.
Dale McCarr waits for the puck. And then almost loses it to Warren Fogle as the Oilers try to get right back on the attack. Parisi stops that pass. And Colton moves it to the near side. McLeod to Nugent Hopkins. Punched it through. Collected by McCarr. Off the wall and out. Puck is underneath Miles Wood for a moment there. Now it's McLeod to Ceci. Ceci came to the red line, dumps it in, stopped
Takes a big
behind the
bump
net by
after hitting it.
Georgiev over to
Stops it behind the
Taves.
net. Going to play this one up.
Taves. Long-range pass tipped into the zone by Duhaime. Cogliano, first man on the puck there. Very. And now dished by Carrick.
No, I don't
Janmark
think I did
sliding
see
it to
that.
Bouchard. Evan Bouchard. Back to Ecamm, who winds up and fires and is blocked by Cogliano. And he's hurt.
Cogliano is
Is
hurt.
unreal.
He's
What a block. And I mean,
having
that's something Cogliano has done
very
every single game
a lot of
he's played in the NHL,
discomfort
but
as he
he's
goes
hurt
to
to get
the
to the
bench.
bench.
Here comes Matthias Janmark, handing it off to Perry. He drops it for Bouchard. Trying to stick handle through a bunch of Avalanche players. Denied entry. Here comes MacKinnon and Nichushkin 2-on-1. Nichushkin keeps. Skinner the
Good
save.
save by
To the
Skinner.
corner. Janmark to Bouchard. He leaves it for Carrick, who's going to flip it in. As Edmonton makes a change.
Let's go Oilers.
Third
change
period
piping
action
up.
here.
4 minutes going
Oilers
here in the
Avalanche hockey
third
night in
period of
Canada.
play.
Brett Kulak protecting. Carrick to Kane. And now Connor Brown. Eases that puck forward. Brown again at the wall. Evander Kane. And it's taken over and
But it
lifted out
lands
by
it.
MacKinnon. Nurse has to be careful as MacKinnon was in the vicinity. And now Sean Walker flips that over and Nurse takes
Chris.
over. Here's Brett Kulak
Not yet, Harold. Not yet.
waiting for his teammates to get set.
We're waiting.
Draisaitl takes it from him, and he's pushing the pace. Here comes Leon Draisaitl, powering his way to the net. Still with it. A shot from the point. Stopped by Georgiev. Taves moves it, but Draisaitl was there on that back check. Tipped ahead by Hyman. Some open ice for Taves. McDavid trailing him. Wood, cross ice feed, middle stack, comes into the zone, uses the wall to the corner. It's Miles Wood. Draisaitl and McDavid trying to gain possession. A chance.
Good save, Skinner picking out that Skinner.
Ross Colton with that opportunity. Leon Draisaitl has it to McDavid. McDavid trying to make a move. Jack Johnson stops him from getting to the net. And the puck is cleared out by Colorado. Cody Ceci now. Through neutral ice to an open corner. McLeod getting there, handing it off. Nugent Hopkins tried to take it from him, but the puck got left behind. Nichushkin and the Avalanche unable to get the puck out. Here's Warren Foegele, a wrister, and it's a right pad stop. Another save.
Scores! This time it's good. It's tipped in.
He scores!
Foegele is going to get the goal. Foegele scores. We were talking all game about how important he is to this team.
Finally get one by Georgiev. They thought they had one taken back on the kick by Zach Hyman in front of the net. Forecheck once again. This puck looks like it's out. Great turnover and step up at the line by Cody Ceci. Sorry, Brett Kulak, who holds it there, keeps it alive, and the shot from the point deflects off of Warren Foegele short side. Just a great job to keep that alive. It was Foegele on the wall, sorry. Just great work down the wall, stays in front of the net. The shot deflects off of him, and it's a tie game. And you kind of felt it was going to be a goal like that. A shot with eyes, traffic in front.
It doesn't matter how it goes in as long as it crosses the line.
3 games for Foegele as Rantanen tries to return fire for Colorado. Kane working to get the puck out. Taves all over him. No surprise here. This game is tied. Third period. Oilers Avalanche. Puck sent in by Nichushkin. Skinner telling Ecamm to get to that puck. MacKinnon and Rantanen near the net. Oh my, what a right arm stop from Skinner. He had to be careful as Nichushkin sent it to the net.
He's made a couple. The one on Colton in the slot was good with the right pad. That one there, another quick chance.
Puck stolen. A chance for Connor Brown. Couldn't get a shot away. Manson got just in the way in time to prevent anything as the puck slides to Skinner.
Skinner's going to hold on to that. He's going to get a face full of spray as Drouin pulls up in front of him. Sam Carrick goes over to have a quick word with Drouin and says, hey, don't spray my goaltender.
So it's Warren Foegele.
What a comeback.
As Hyman says, way to go, as this game is...
Commercial break. It's a whole new ball game with 13 minutes left to go. If you're just coming in, welcome. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Was not expecting Foegele, of all people, to kind of be the hero. The Oilers have only had 3 shots in this period. Colorado has actually had 6. The Oilers are leading the way in the face-off circle, and certainly in the hit department as well as the block shot department. But it's Foegele who gets his 16th of the season from Bouchard to tie this one up. Absolutely a must. Now, one thing we've been looking at is time on ice all game long. It's McDavid leading the way with 7:28, Hyman at 17:20, and Draisaitl at 16.5. Things then drop off as Nugent Hopkins 13:56, Kane at 12 minutes. I would expect Kane to play more, but definitely McDavid and Hyman up over 17, almost at 17.5 minutes, leading the way for the Oiler forwards. For the defensemen, it's been Bouchard, who's been on 19 minutes, Ecamm at 17 minutes, 15 minutes for Nurse. The Avalanche, what they're doing, Rantanen at 17 minutes, Nichushkin at 16:42, Nate MacKinnon at 16:16, then things drop down for them as well. Middlestat at 13.5, Lehkonen at just 13:18, And then 12-22 for Drouin. If we look at the defense, it's Makar at 19.5, Taze at almost 19, then Girard at 16. So both these teams definitely playing their big guns a whole lot.
Looking for this puck. It gets there in a hurry, and it goes off of Fogle. Gets a stick out in the lane. That little reach at the last second, gets a piece of it, changes the direction, finds the back of the net, and it's a tie game.
Off the draw, Walker unloads. It's laying there in front, picked up by Nugent-Hopkins. Backhanded out. Jonathan Drouin back on the attack, but Brett Kulak, a great defensive play there to prevent him from going. Fogle, after scoring the goal, flips it to the corner. McLeod speeding to it. Fogle now waiting for the puck to arrive. It does. Pushed to the ice by Jack Johnson. Kulak to McLeod as the Oilers move it around in the Colorado zone.
Had a glorious chance
McLeod
earlier in the missed.
Rips it, and Georgiev fought that one off. Jonathan Drouin, his pass hits Nugent-Hopkins. Couldn't get it to Fogle, and now Nugent-Hopkins not allowing Walker to get ahead.
It has been a great game. This has been honestly one of the best hockey
both teams switching it up here.
I mean, it's so impressive.
Under 12.5 to go in
We
the third
thought when
period.
they played
Skinner
the
out to
Dallas
play the
Stars,
puck.
I mean, that was an incredible hockey game.
Hits
This
Trennan.
tops that one, hands down.
Goes past Duhaime and now skating to his Cogliano.
Overtime.
Back out there after blocking that shot earlier. The battle as Sam Carrick fights for space. Trennan, sharp angle shot off the side of the net. Carrick
Off the post.
moving it.
My
Janmark
goodness.
there too, but Cogliano. And Madsen work to keep it alive now. Ecamm still unable to
Absolutely
clear.
in.
Ecamm may get a second opportunity, but Trennan gets in front of him. Puck is bouncing. Rantanen arrives. Peels off.
Yeah, Gerard
to Madsen.
totally
Gives
did.
it back. Rantanen shot blocked. The Oilers still unable to get the puck out. Some of these Edmonton players have been out there a while now.
Russian blue
Carrick
kid,
with a hard
welcome
rim, and he
in. Lots
finally
of
clears,
shots.
but
Yeah,
this
it's
will
been
be
an
icing
absolutely
against Edmonton.
spectacular hockey game. Going both ways. Georgiev,
Montreal
solid,
hosts the
absolutely solid.
ISU World Figure Skating Championships, showcasing the
goaltenders
top
playing
skaters. Catch
excellent
it
hockey
live
right
March
now.
20th to the 24th.
I'm sure
on
each
CBC
goaltender
and
would love to have
CBC
back that goal that went in.
Solid
Boy,
push
oh
back
boy.
here by the Avalanche. Great shift by that line. Cogliano relentless on the forecheck with Trennan. And there's the block right there by Carrick to not allow a good clean look into the zone.
Oh,
He's the
wow,
one that just
Silo.
said, okay,
No,
enough,
that's
puts
crazy.
it around the boards, ices the puck. And then a play outside the zone, some fresh legs on the ice as the top line of the Avalanche jumped over the boards and were
That is
looming
crazy.
late in that shift as the Oilers were hemmed in.
Yeah, they needed a breather. And here's Nichushkin who comes in, that top line out there. As you mentioned, Cale Makar with some room, moves it. MacKinnon puts it on net. Denied by Skinner.
There with a nice save, and that
David
just
now
trickled
as
past the
Nichushkin
post.
took it from him. Kept in at the line by Makar. Taves pushing it to MacKinnon. Here's MacKinnon.
Another save by
gets
Skinner,
just
and
enough
he
to
can't
keep
hang
that
on
out.
to it. Skinner's
Connor
making great
McDavid
saves, but giving up some rebounds,
Moving up the
trickling
ice,
just
sliding
past
into
the net.
Draisaitl, fed ahead. McDavid catches up to it. Evan Bouchard, the wrister. Georgiev out to challenge,
Wow.
and he steers that
Oscar, what's
up
going
and out
on?
of play.
Welcome in.
Good activation,
Krebs
get up
up
the ice in a
3-1.
hurry. And
Krebs
McDavid
just
with a little
on
spin
top
move
of
kind of leaves
the
everybody in
world.
the dust. Finds Bouchard, the late trailer, and he gets this wrister away from right between the hash marks. And Georgiev wisely stands his ground on this one.
Yeah,
It's a
thanks
high
for
shot,
coming in.
a little
Thanks
bit
for
of a
hanging
screen.
out.
Great
Make sure you
job in
do
front.
hit that
Some
subscribe.
block out, not allow.
Of course, hit that
Zach
thumbs
Hyman to
up
get into
as
the
well. We
eyes of his
appreciate it.
gaze to the side of the net, just almost like a linebacker says, nope, you're not getting to the front of the net. Allows his goaltender to see that shot and make the save. A little unorthodox, but effective.
Enrique wins the draw.
He's a
From
blast.
Ceci, just
Looking
wide.
for it. Nobody can see it. There it is. It's in the corner.
Walker flipping the puck out, racing to it. Miles Wood gets
Miles
to it.
Wood has some
Ceci
great
blocked the
speed.
pass.
I
Moves
mean,
it up the
just
wall.
about everybody on these
Connor
teams has
Brown
great
can't
speed.
get it out. Parisi sends it behind the net. Here's Ross Colton to the point. Quick shot.
Deflection. Skinner had to be quick, changing directions.
Nurse and Kane work to get the puck out of the zone, but
That's
it's
gonna go
over
to
the
play.
boards.
We have 10 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in this
Good pressure
hockey
again by the
game. We are
Avs after
tied
that 1-1
at
goal by
one.
Edmonton. They've really started to ratchet up the forecheck once again. This little
Yossi,
knuckler
2
through
goals tonight.
changes direction off the heel of Cody Ceci's skate. and Skinner still has time. And that split second,
they're
just to reach out with the
unbelievable.
left pad a little bit and make the save to the corner.
Again to approach the midway mark of this third
Capitals up
period.
2-1 over Vancouver. That game is coming to an end.
Deadlocked at 1 apiece.
That's
10:04 to
6.5
go.
there.
Rantanen wins the faceoff. McKinnon reverses.
That's
McCarr to
line.
Taves. Wrist shot was blocked. Warren Fogle can't clear, and the puck
That's
is
going to
into
go
the
out of
mesh.
play yet again.
All right, this heavyweight tilt tied at 1 apiece
We're
here on
gonna go to
Hockey Night in
another
Canada between.
Commercial break. This, honestly, I've watched a lot of hockey, and this is by far one of the most exciting hockey games. And there's a big consideration to be had in this game. There's one thing they've totally removed from the equation, and that's penalties. Each team only had 1 power play opportunity. Wes McCauley is the referee tonight. Wes McCauley and Jake Brink. The linespersons, Bevan Mills and Brian Penich. But Wes McCauley has put his whistle away and letting them play. He's not trying to manage this game. He's not trying to be the show, which is what we like. Often when we see Wes McCauley officiating, things are just bad. So I'm glad he's letting them play. You have 2 of the best teams in the West, 2 of the best players in the league, and we haven't seen the Wes McCauley effect. So I'm super happy, super happy that we're seeing this go. I'm trying to see if we can, if we have any, if I can pull up any stats on Wes McCauley. He's refereed 1,291 games in the regular season, 201 playoff games, 10 Stanley Cup Finals games. Those are updated as of last year, so those are some older numbers. I want to see how many games Wes McCauley's been in where the home team has lost and how many penalties he has called. They are, the Blue Kitten, they are fun to watch. He definitely gets animated. He definitely gets in there. Dan, what's up? Yeah, it's a late one tonight. This is game 2 of our doubleheader. We had the Leafs and the Hurricanes earlier today. Coming up this week on the channel, we got the Leafs Tuesday, Wednesday. We got a surprise game on Thursday that you're going to get to vote for. One of 2 games we might pull out and do. Who's this one going to be? The Avs, or is it going to be the Oilers? Harold wants it to be the Avs. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Let me bring this back up.
Protecting the puck, works it over to Nugent Hopkins. Now at the point, it's McLeod putting it on target. Off the glove of Georgiev. And now McCarr controls. Taves pressured. McLeod takes it back for Edmonton.
Dale, what's going
McCarr
on?
pushed him off the puck and
I didn't see you
took
there.
over himself.
Hope you're
Here's
doing well.
Cale McCarr starting it off, and now he finds some space as Edmonton decides to make a change. As are the Avalanche.
It was a tough one, Dan. It was a tough one.
Just over 9 minutes to go here.
Blue Kitten wants the Oilers to go.
As it's a long-range stretch pass. Middlestat didn't get to
Under
it.
9 to go.
And Edmonton enters the zone. It's McDavid on his way to the net. Backhand to forehand. But
Nice save again. McDavid trying to go far
has it in the
side.
corner. Centering pass.
Bouchard's great toe save. Are you kidding me?
To challenge. Kept
What
in
a
at the blue
stop.
line by Draisaitl. Fed ahead. McDavid parked
Coming
behind the
around
net.
trying to drive
Moves
through.
it out front to Hyman.
Oh
It
my
bounced
goodness
away,
gracious.
But Draisaitl has it now. Draisaitl
Back
to
to
the
the
point.
line.
McDavid takes a
McDavid
look.
cutting
Cuts
through
to
the middle with another
Off
shot.
of
And that one's
Gerard's
going to
stick.
go up
And
and
up and out of bounds.
play.
Yeah, a lot of stick
Oh,
taps to the bench to the
boy,
left of the
McDavid's
Avalanche,
trying to
knowing that
do
this is
it
a
all.
A good job to bend but not break. The top line of Edmonton goes on.
CeeLo is
drive to the net by McDavid, tries to wrap it around Georgiev, and then Bouchard, beautiful pass into the corner.
For the Oilers.
McDavid, the decoy, Hyman going to the net.
Wow.
Now he's Bouchard walking in, has a real good look to where he wants to go test the blocker.
Georgiev has been standing on his head, been absolutely incredible.
And you can sense the urgency picking up in this game. Offensive zone face-off for Sam Carrick.
The
linesman didn't like what he saw, and Carrick is removed.
Carrick's going to get waved out.
Janmark now taking the draw against Poulton. Face-off won by Janmark. Ceci plays it along the boards, all the way up to Sam Carrick.
Trying to get in there.
Targeted by Girard, and it's Perry who loses his stick. Now he kicks the puck to
puck
Janmark.
ahead. Nice little play.
Perry
in front, deflection, rebound, they score! Sam Carrick! The unlikely hero for the Oilers, Sam Carrick, right place, right time, finds a way to absolutely bury that one. Carrick doing a great job along the boards. Corey Perry being watched. Corey Perry has his stick pulled out of his hands. He has to kick the puck ahead. Perry going to pull up his stick, but the shot comes through and hits a Colorado Avalanche player in front of the net, and Sam Carrick is there to gobble it up and flip it over the outstretched pad of Georgiev. Girard can't. Is it Manson or Girard?
Gives his team the lead.
That doesn't matter. And Corey Perry picks up his 900th career point tonight. Way to go, Corey Perry. Mustafa 2-1, but here they come the other way. Welcome in, by the way. Back and forth. Colorado is getting right up in there.
League history to 900 points for Corey Perry. And Sam Carrick, his first point and goal as an Edmonton Oiler. And Edmonton has their first lead of the game. Puck is sent out by Connor Brown.
Carrick's ninth.
And here's Sean Walker now being watched by Kane.
And Janmark and Perry.
Listen to this crowd. Rogers Place coming alive after hearing Carrick and Perry milestones on those goals as Mikko Rantanen and the Avalanche look for answers back. Puck is cleared again, this time by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. No icing. Makar moves it quickly to Taves. Just over 7 minutes to go in the third period. Here's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins
putting it across.
McLeod unable to get that puck on target. Nichushkin decides to clear, knocked down by Nurse, but he hands it to Rantanen.
Rantanen's little spinorama coming in. Backhander
is away from the net. And now a chance
turning it over. MacKinnon, he shoots off the post. Yes. Yes, and MacKinnon just puts one off the post.
Wheelhouse picking that corner.
My goodness. Of all the people to give the puck away, that is nothing. Here's Manson across. They fan on it. A glorious opportunity for Kelly. Fans on it. It's a race. MacKinnon gets back. Vogel has it. He gets hit, but he drops it over to McDavid. McDavid spinning around. Backhander. Great save.
Despite having his back towards the net.
Great move. McDavid trying to get fancy.
Here.
Holy moly, Georgiev. Spectacular stop.
And now it's Girard.
The crowd is lively. The plays are intense.
Handled by Skinner.
What a hockey game.
Left it there for Kulak. Draisaitl has that puck hop over his stick blade. Johnson to Walker to Middlestat. Making moves. Here comes Casey Middlestat to Drouin.
Drouin going short side. He's too short. Missed the net.
Keeps it in. Walker walks the line. Walker over to Drouin. Jonathan Drouin to Johnson. Jack Johnson elects not to shoot. Drouin does, and Skinner gets enough to keep it out.
5.5 to go.
Cody Ceci flips it. Puck kept in again by Colorado. Middlestat near the net. A pass in front.
Oh, they score. The Avs tie it up.
pressure.
Skinner succumbs to the pressure, and it's going to be Walker again.
Keep that puck bouncing.
Sean Walker gets it again, his second of the game from Middlestat.
Kept alive. A second opportunity to throw it out. Kept in the zone.
Absolutely incredible.
We talked about the defense activating, jumping into the play, Lehkonen a decoy, and guess who? Walker with his second of the game ties it on a long extended shift in the offensive zone. Hem in Edmonton, create a couple mistakes and capitalize.
35th assist.
It literally just doesn't get much better than this, especially in the regular season. I mean, these two teams are just
took
going
the
at it.
assists off the board.
Yeah, both teams have been buckled. Both teams have responded. Unbelievable. Oh, they're taking a look at here. They're calling over. Don't want to drop this puck.
Hang on. Do we have a challenge?
And they're saying no, they're not going to challenge. So
Okay,
just wanted one last little
challenge.
look, and obviously maybe
wait
looking
and
for
see
the
if
offside
the
on the
assists
entry of
get
that
back on
extended
the
shift. Had to
board.
go back a while to find it.
So Sean
Even
Walker
Gritty's
with
getting
2
into
goals
this
tonight,
one.
proving his worth, and you know he has the green light here from Jared Bednar. So it's Darnell Nurse coming back the other way.
Quick
Good
shot
stop
by
from
Nurse.
Georgiev. Puck kept in, carry. Flutters that one towards the net. It's Janmark. Being handled there by Nansen.
And Duran had that
to his
chance
feet.
on a penalty shot
Carrick.
earlier in this game.
Colorado
He couldn't
able to get the
capitalize.
puck out. Under 5 to go in the third. Miles Wood right on target. Steered aside easily by Skinner. Nurse idling in his own zone, waiting to start it off. Both teams will switch it up here. Shots in this period 14 to 11 in favor of Colorado. Here's Cogliano. He works the puck out. Duhaime to Taves. The pass was too far ahead. Taken
Bouchard
over
back
by
with it.
Bouchard. Pass intercepted by Taves. He pushes it back into the Oilers' end. Ecamm using the boards. It was stopped by Trennan. And now Evander Kane. Saucer pass arrives for Taves, who dumps it back into the Oilers' territory. Taves to Nichushkin. The one-timer.
Good save, rebound is
Keeps
there.
it out. Duhaime was parked at the doorstep. Here's MacKinnon out there. Nathan MacKinnon to Makar. Makar waits. Finds Rantanen. Makar, one-timer. He fires out. It still gets to the net. Nichushkin trying to force it
Great
home.
save.
And
That
Edmonton keeps it out.
Makar fanned on it. It went right to
And
the
now
net.
the
They were
Avalanche
digging in front.
applying
Colorado
sustained
real
pressure.
close.
Kane with an opportunity, and he does clear in a good
If you're just
effort
coming in,
against
thanks for
McKinnon.
being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and
As we
hit that subscribe.
Welcome the viewers who are taking in the Capitals Canucks game. Washington victorious there 2-1.
Right,
Here's
so
a
they'll put
chance
it
for
in the slot.
Nurse.
That one's turned
If
over.
you've just joined
Nurse
us, this has
racing to
been
get
a close
back.
one as well. Nichushkin enters the zone. Valerie Nichushkin hands it off. Rantanen, no space available. It's Draisaitl. Over to Hyman. Hyman unable
Great
to
back
gain
checking
any
by
traction
both
there as
these
Johnson
teams. Holy
dumps
moly.
it back into an open
This is
corner.
incredible.
3 minutes to go now. It's Ceci with it. This game tied at 2 apiece. 3 goals in this third period. Hyman knocked down to the ice. Zach Hyman heads off to the bench. 2:45 to go now.
Going to take more for a penalty than that at this stage of the game.
Puck is flung in. Evan Bouchard has possession. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins looking for Fogle. Couldn't connect.
Ref
And this is
used that
icing
chance
against
of
the
breaking
Edmonton
out.
Oilers.
And now they call an icing call.
Nelly Furtado not only hosts but also performs at the
My
Junos,
goodness,
also performing
what
as
an
Maestro
absolute
Fresh
hockey game.
West. The
Incredible.
Beaches
If you're
and
just
more. Watch
coming in,
Sunday, March
welcome to the
24th at
show.
8 Eastern on CBC
This has
and
been the
CBC
best
Channel.
hockey game I think I've ever seen in my life. This has been absolutely incredible. Both goaltenders, Skinner
another
and
scramble save here
Georgiev,
for
have
Stuart
been
Skinner with traffic in
unbelievable.
front of him.
The
Nichushkin
goals,
is right
the
in
first
front of him,
goals
a
that
big
were
body,
scored were
taking
not
away
good.
his eyes,
The
smacking
second
away,
goals
and any
were
puck that
good
comes through him, and
on
somehow
both
he makes
teams.
that
Boy,
save.
this game
It
has been
sat
on
there for
fire.
a second, gets a little help
Let's
from
see
his
how this is
defenseman.
going to close out. 2.5 minutes to go.
2.5 to go
We're
in
tied at
regulation.
2s.
Puck is off the glass, out of the zone. Taves controls for the Avalanche. He pushes it to Rantanen, working his way now up the ice. Handing it off to Nichushkin. It's controlled by Ecamm.
Oh, he's
Taken
hauled down.
the ice.
Ecamm is pulled down.
McKinnon comes
No
back
call.
into the Oilers' zone.
Terrible.
He loses it. Now McLeod has to be careful as Nichushkin wants it back.
Nichushkin is all over McLeod. That is atrocious. Atrocious by the officials.
Rinklide.
It was a mugging at center ice, and they let it go.
He dishes to Makar.
Under 2 minutes to go.
Parisi. Makar waits.
Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that like, and hit that subscribe. That's going to be an icing call. I can't believe it. The Oilers player hauled off his feet.
As they come back to the bench, Rantanen wasn't happy with McLeod that last shift. Here's the play that the fans here wanted to call on Ecamm. Nichushkin coming all the way back to break up that play into the zone. And then a real poise play by McLeod, who stole the puck off Rantanen, little button hook on Nichushkin, and just settled things down up against the top line.
25 likes away from 100. Smash that like for us.
Offensive zone face-off, and the Oilers
get this out.
couldn't get possession off of it as Nurse sends it back in. McDavid, Hyman, Draisaitl, the forward trio right now for Edmonton. After the icing, Colorado getting their change now. Draisaitl waits for the puck. Sends it ahead. McDavid. Nice wheel.
Look at the speed.
Here he comes, McDavid.
Couldn't get it over to Hyman. Hyman has a home goal scoring streak on the line here.
Down here.
Tied with Gretzky for the record.
Third period in regulation.
For a home goal scoring
Flips
streak.
it forward. Josh Manson, D to D
to
Gerard. We've entered the final 60 ticks on the
last minute of play
in the third period. Janmark to Ekholm. And Ekholm in a battle. Available puck scooped up by Ceci. He works it to Evander Kane, who finds Matthias Ekholm. Janmark making his way towards the net. That centering pass bounces, and Colorado has numbers.
Colorado with a 3-on-2.
It's Walker
Ekholm with a quick stick and a nice play.
Forced to put on the brakes. He
behind the net in front of the shot. Doesn't get through.
Keeps it out.
Taves.
It was Lehkonen.
Here's a shot deflection that goes high and over.
MacKinnon.
Ekholm whacks at it. It's going to go up and over.
Yeah, the Avalanche wanted
Colorado says it went out.
That was
Edmonton is yelling
at
it
the
was
same
tipped.
time and deflecting up over top of the glass. This will be interesting. A little huddle from the linesmen and referees.
They're going to have a conversation
as they have a discussion with 19.3 seconds on the clock. I mean,
Grinch, what's going on?
It deflects. That's Wes McCauley making the call. And you'll see as Ecamm chops this one, you can see right into the stick of Drouin, who had a great chance
Jonathan
out
Drouin.
in front of the net on a beautiful pass from behind the net. Gets a stick on that one that goes over.
We might be a little loopy because of the time on the East Coast, but the officials here are definitely a lot loopy.
These players are leaving it all on the line here tonight.
19.3 seconds. This is
Saturday
Sean
Walker's
Night
first career
42 shots
game.
for Colorado.
7th and 8th
30
of the season
for the Oilers.
What an addition he's been for Colorado. Game tied at 2, late stages.
And 26 blocked shots for the Oilers. It's incredible.
And now Darnell Nurse.
Nurse with the puck.
Waits.
10 seconds.
He
He's going
finds
to play this
Brown.
up the middle. Brown with one last effort.
5 seconds to go here.
As it's going to stay in the corner. The clock is going to expire. There goes the horn. We are going to overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is time
what a game it's been, and we're
for
set up for what should be an incredible
again.
Hockey night in Canada.
Game 1 tonight.
Back after
the Leafs and the Hurricanes. That went to overtime and a shootout. And here we are, game number 2 of our doubleheader going to overtime. Unbelievable. Nicola, welcome in. Let's go, Avs. Who do you want to win? Just put it in the chat. Avs, Oilers. Who do you want to win this game? Flood that chat with your favorite team. We got a good one here. This is kind of, it's for all the marbles, so to speak. Connor Brown has played 11 minutes more than he should have. Yeah, listen, he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been bad. Where's Hayden? That's right. Hayden's been calling for overtime all night. Putting up the Rockies for the Avs, the Oilers. Tom, what's going on? A good night in game. Oilers to win. It has been a great game. Paulina's like, the Oilers, damn it. Like, get it done. All right, they're coming back. Let's bring this up.
With the first game-winning goal, Rantanen finished off the second game. Then it was Evan Bouchard for the Oilers,
Do not
who
talk to
capped off the
strangers.
third overtime
For
game
the
in a row.
Oilers.
5 of the last 6. This makes 6 of 7 now between
Rocky
these two
Mountain
teams.
Man,
Has gone to
the Mile
extra.
High Club, the
Tight,
Blizzard Club.
hard-fought
Yeah.
hockey games between
The only
these two
downside,
teams. It has
right?
been another beauty tonight.
Makar has been.
Overtime records.
5 minutes of
for both
overtime
teams. Colorado
on
4-4.
the clock.
Edmonton 6-2 so far this season.
Let's
Goalies
go
have
play
done their
some
part to
overtime.
keep this a tight game
Next
throughout.
goal takes it home.
We've seen a lot of rubber tonight, and take a look
Nicola
at who's out
coming
there
in.
for the Oilers. Of course, it's
Welcome
Connor
to the
McDavid,
rookie
Leon Draisaitl, and Evan Bouchard.
membership.
And on the other side, it's Nathan MacKinnon, Valerie Nichushkin,
Welcome
and
to our
Cale
community.
Makar.
Thank you for hitting that
Two of the
membership
best
button.
teams in the NHL.
Here we go.
3-on-3 overtime has begun, and the Oilers with possession.
Oilers
Evan
get
Bouchard
first puck.
gets it over to Draisaitl. Slows down, waits for his teammates to arrive.
Tried to
McDavid
feed
now
it to
takes it.
McDavid and missed.
McDavid.
McDavid
trying to
curling.
move to the
McDavid
net. He
shooting.
shoots.
And McDavid
Georgiev makes the
getting
stop.
stopped. Great save off the
Cale
shoulder
Makar
of
takes a look,
Georgiev.
weighs his options. Rantanen comes onto the ice. McDavid heads
Colorado
off to
with
the
the puck
bench.
now.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins enters. McKinnon enters the zone. Nathan MacKinnon shooting, and that one was blocked. He went to the wall as Draisaitl.
Oh, it's a breakaway for Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins on the breakaway. Great save. Georgiev, holy moly, robs him on the breakaway.
Draisaitl fends off 2 players and throws it with one hand up the ice right onto the tape of a streaking Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Here's McDavid. Misses this pass, button hooks
Wow.
back and says, okay, I'm going to go right down Main Street. Goes to the forehand.
That was
quick release, great
incredible.
save. Just ricochets off of Georgiev. And then here's the breakaway.
Breakaway.
Nugent-Hopkins stops,
Nugent-Hopkins goes backhand.
And Georgiev
with the glove. You gotta be kidding me.
Stuck with him and stretched out to make that stop. Ryan
Scramble draw
Nugent-Hopkins in a
comes
battle
right
to
to
try
Georgiev. He's going to
keep
cover that.
possession, and
They're going to drop it
Georgiev
again.
covers up. And
Nugent-Hopkins in
kind of
close.
rare to get these whistles in
Goaltenders have
3-on-3
been
overtime.
ridiculous today.
Yeah, they've been
Sharon
chances.
welcoming, going for the Oilers.
Well, you're right. Usually it's just back and forth, wide open. Real poise play by Makar in the last sequence. He had possession,
Oilers,
gets the
Hyman
change,
has it,
and
has
fresh
it
legs
taken
on the
away.
ice, decided not to attack up the ice.
Middlestat momentarily
Taves
lost his
bringing
stick.
this in.
Now he
Middlestat
has it,
had
though,
a
as
stick knocked
Taves
away.
hands it off to Lehkonen. To Middlestat, back to Lehkonen. And Colorado decides to retreat.
Ethan, what's going on
Reset.
coming in for the Oilers?
There's a
Too many men on the ice.
interesting
No
change
call.
from the Avalanche.
I don't think Edmonton realized that that puck went right over to the bench. They had to let it go by them because there was too many men on the ice.
Here comes Darnell Nurse handing it off to Zach Hyman. Hyman keeps, passes off. Nurse. Twisting and turning. McKinnon's been out there a while as now McDavid is on the ice. His Nurse's shot is off a stick, and
So Nurse
It
elects to
skyrockets
carry
up
it instead
into
of
the mesh.
dropping it from McDavid. Yeah, bad line change.
Yeah, things happen fast.
The Avs
no
had about
question about it.
6
Middlestat
guys
with
on
a
the
little
ice
backhand
there.
pass intended for Lehkonen down the left-hand side. He felt that he was
I
going to
don't
swing
think
through
any
right
of them
here, so he
touched
throws
it.
it
So we
back,
got-
and Lehkonen goes for a change. This puck just sits
Oh,
there.
no, it didn't.
And you
I
can
thought
see
it-
1, 2,
I
3,
thought it
4, but
touched him.
nobody touches the puck, but there was 4 guys on the ice for a
Very,
while.
very close play there.
And they knew they couldn't touch it. It would have 100% been a
Heads
penalty.
up play
and
by the Avs to let it go.
Edmonton wisely gets over there in a hurry and has possession down the ice.
Oilers
Draisaitl
winning
wins
the
the
draw.
draw. It's pushed back by McDavid to Evan Bouchard. Making moves. The wrister is denied by Georgiev. Bouchard has it, though. McDavid stops. Hands it off. Draisaitl surveys. Draisaitl now forced out of the zone by Makar. Makar's going to head off. Draisaitl starts accelerating. Now he slows it down, dishes back. McDavid enters the zone. McDavid to the
gosh,
net.
McDavid
A
dropping
pass
it
all the
back.
way back to Bouchard. Bouchard hands it off. Connor McDavid keeps.
All 3
McDavid
Oilers
near
are
the
down
net. The
deep.
pass blocked by
McDavid's
Drouin.
pass is
And
blocked.
now Nathan McKinnon.
And it's a breakaway.
Here he comes.
And he shoots it
He
high.
put that one high and wide.
It's unbelievable. Looking for the hat trick.
What a story that would have been. But here's McKinnon,
McKinnon.
to the net.
Good
And it's
save,
stopped by
Skinner.
Skinner.
Skinner's going to play it to Bouchard.
Keeping the play alive this time.
2
Bouchard.
minutes. 2 minutes to go.
Waiting for some of
We
his
saw a great
teammates to come
overtime in
back.
game number 1, the Leafs and the Hurricanes. Game number 2 here,
Draisaitl
seeing a
heads off.
fantastic
McDavid stays
overtime
onto the ice.
as
Now
well.
he's going to head off. So Bouchard's still with it. This time it's Ryan McLeod. His turn now as he puts on the jets. McLeod puts on the brakes. Henrique takes it from him. Adam Henrique back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard hands it off. McLeod waits. And the puck is stolen
Seth,
by
what's going
Nichushkin.
on?
McLeod working to
Swifty
try to
for
get it
life.
back.
Go
But the big
Oilers.
Nichushkin now gives it to Samuel Girard.
Thank you for
Time
hitting that
winding
like
down here in
button. Make sure you hit
overtime.
that
A minute
subscribe
30 to
as
go.
well.
Carefully
1:26 to
played
go.
3-on-3. Mikko Rantanen stops, finds Taves. Taves now with it, handing it off to Middlestat. Casey Middlestat cutting to the middle. Rantanen with it. The Oilers have managed to keep
Oh,
the
that home
Avalanche
turned the
first to
wrong
the
way.
outside so far.
Rantanen cutting
On
towards the
shift
middle.
is Rantanen still has the puck on his stick. The Avalanche just playing keep away. Here's Rantanen near the net.
Skinner with
That's an
another
easy stop
save.
for
Last
Skinner.
minute to go.
Into the final minute here.
Umerbeck, welcome
A
in.
3-on-3 overtime as Adam
Oilers with
Henrique
the puck now.
moves his way up the ice. Calls back for Nurse. Henrique heads off. Nurse dishes, long range, picked up by Connor
Here's
McDavid.
Connor McDavid. He's turning, flips it in. McDavid with a burst of speed. Rolling it towards the
Pushed
net.
it to the net,
And
but
Georgiev is going to freeze that
stopped
one.
that and covered up.
As again, McDavid with a couple of
Gap
steps
control by
presses
Devon
past
Taves to stay with
everybody.
McDavid on that transitional play. Here's
Great
the puck
overtime,
up the
great
ice. It's
speed
McKinnon
by
to
both
Walker. I mean, he
teams.
just takes off like a jet. He's
If
got
you
an
haven't hit that
opportunity,
thumbs
tries to
up
pick
yet,
his spot,
hit
can't
that
finish
thumbs
it.
up. We
And then
need 20
McKinnon
more
breaks through
likes.
a couple checks,
Hit
gets
that
back with a
like for
chance.
us. Thank you so
Denied
much.
by Skinner,
And
this
of
is the
course,
last stick
hit
effort
that
right there.
subscribe. We'll have all
Disrupts
your
that
hockey
attempt by
action
McDavid, by
down the
Taves as
stretch.
He stays with him on a quick transition.
Oil going to win
Draisaitl
this
wins the
face-off.
face-off. Bouchard sending it ahead. It's Connor McDavid. McDavid
Get into the corner,
in
pass
front to
it across.
Draisaitl. No shot though. Leon Draisaitl leaves it for McDavid. He cuts to the middle. McDavid falling to the ice. Puck taken over by Cale Makar. Dying seconds of the overtime. Lehkonen to Makar. Last attempt here for McKinnon. It gets away from him. He races to it though.
Oh my God, they scored.
From Arturi Lehkonen.
With
Overtime.
.5,
The Avalanche are victorious.
seconds left in overtime. The Avalanche take this one home.
talk about going right down to the
Unbelievable.
wire.
What
That is
an
incredible.
incredible finish.
You didn't think there was enough time to
.5
make a play, but it's
seconds
McKinnon that
on
gets
the
to this
clock.
puck. He turns,
That
he fires
was
it to the slot.
what a finish.
And Arturi
What
Lehkonen
a
ejected
finish.
into the lineup after missing a few games due
Oh
to
my goodness.
illness.
In the corner,
Just pounces on
McKinnon
this
feeds
puck,
it out
gets
to
to the spot.
Lehkonen.
It's the
Lehkonen
last
with a
chance they're gonna get with .5
spectacular
seconds on the
play.
clock. He
I mean,
scores
that
the
was
game-winning goal in
just
overtime in another doozy
incredible.
between these two teams.
What?
Chances at both
I mean,
ends.
wow.
Great goaltending, but here it is at the last second. He gets
I mean,
to the
what a
spot.
pass coming across. Just
and
a
buries
breakdown here by the Oilers as they were
And it's McKinnon that gets
expecting
there. This
time
pass
to run
up the
out.
ice, he gets a
Bouchard,
piece of it. He
he
can't
forces
handle,
his
but he
man into
stays
the
with
corner.
it. And
But
then he just
McKinnon
spins and
with a
fires it to the
backhand
front of the
coming
net, knowing
across.
that he's got
Just
one last
bad
chance to
coverage
get it
there.
and it
Was that
converts for the
Draisaitl?
game-winning goal.
Bad
And with
coverage
that
by
assist, Nathan
Draisaitl, letting
McKinnon
his man
extends
go,
his current point
expecting
streak to
time was going to
15
run
games.
out.
Sean Walker,
That
2
is
goals
why
tonight.
you
Lehkonen to
have
win a
to
run.
keep playing until the whistle. This game is complete. What a game. Again, one of the best I've ever seen. Here are your goal scores. It was Sean Walker, his 7th from Lehkonen and Johnson. Then it was Fogle, his 16th from Bouchard. Sam Carrick, his 9th from Janmark and Perry. Sean Walker, his 8th from Middlestat and Drouin to tie it up. Then in overtime, Lehkonen, his 12th from McKinnon. Absolutely incredible hockey game. Total shots, 44 for the Avalanche, 34 for the Oilers. Oilers take it in the faceoff circle, 63%. Only one penalty for each team. Refs let them play, rightly or wrongly. They let them go. Both teams going 0 for 1. Hits, 39 hits for the Oilers, 33 for the Avs, 26 block shots for the Oilers. That is incredible. 19 blocks for the Avalanche. 13 giveaways for the Oilers. That's a problem. Only 6 for Colorado. 7 takeaways, Edmonton. 8 for Colorado. This is the first meeting of 3 between these two. They won't play again till the end of the season, April 5th and April 18th. So that was just incredible. What a finish. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. 2 streams, 2 games. Wow, amazing. The Leafs couldn't pull it out. The Oilers couldn't pull it out. But this honestly was one of the best hockey games I've ever seen. I'm so glad we could hang out here and watch it together. Yeah, Madison, incredible game. I agree with you on that as well. CC and Kulak should not be playing together at all. All right, coming up this week, Tuesday and Wednesday, we got the Leafs in Philly, the Leafs and Washington. Then coming up on Thursday, Community Choice. So make sure you watch for our community section at some point tomorrow. We're going to give you a choice between 2 games. You get to pick which one you want to see us do. David, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to our moderators. We appreciate you so much for both games, what you're doing. Thank you to our channel members. Your membership is so important to us, and we thank you. Nicola, thank you for joining our membership squad. Thank you to everybody who found us for the first time tonight. Gave us a watch. Hit that like. I appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing, and welcome to the Samwelb B12 Experience community. A lot more hockey to come down the stretch, and let's not even talk about playoffs because I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. You are very, very welcome, Blue Kitten. Have a great night. I'm going to go to bed because I'm getting up in 5 hours. So we'll see you real soon from the Samwelb B12 Experience. Thank you, Oilers. Thank you, Avs, for a spectacular game. Thank you, Grinch. Thank you, Stranger. I appreciate you guys. Barry won some money on that one. Thanks. Oh, awesome. Congrats, Barry. You're very welcome. Appreciate all you guys so much. We'll see you this week. Take care. Thanks, Paulette, Ian. You guys are awesome. Have a good night and take care.